Hey there, KCB from Mid Edit here. I know what you're thinking. What? This is like a 90-minute podcast episode? How did they talk about all of Summer Games Fest in 90 minutes? I have great news for you. We didn't. It took us like 3.5 hours. So this is part one. You're going to see part two shortly after this upload. And then you're going to get the full nearly 4 hours of us talking about so many games from Summer Game Fest, as well as the Nintendo Direct and PlayStation State of Play and Xbox Showcase. All of that stuff we're going to talk about. So buckle up, enjoy part one, and thanks for listening. Hey there, everyone. Welcome back to the RNG podcast. It is, I don't know what episode. I think it's like episode 7. If not, it's definitely the Summer Game Fest recap episode. Lord help us all. I am not alone. KCB here. We also have Oblivion Knight. We have Chronicles, and we also have Mr. Joe Silly on the pod as well. Officially now, which that was a little surprise that I teased a while back, in case anybody was wondering. Gentlemen, hello. How are we doing?
Good.
Fantastic.
Pretty good.
There's a ton of stuff. Normally we would open up and talk about our lives and what we've been playing, and there's no time. There's no time to get personal and parasocial with you all. So we're just not gonna do that. So let's just freaking dive right in, man. We're gonna start with the state of play and then just work our way through this giant list that exists. So first up, which kicked off state of play actually was Marvel's Wolverine. And I guess anybody that wants to jump in here, feel free, because I mean this is a big title.
Oh man. Yeah, I love Wolverine. Well, okay, I'm a big fan of the Spider-Man games, like the Marvel Spider-Man games. I have like the 1 and 2 and the Miles Morales game, and they're like a solid 9 out of 10, all three of them. I actually think that like the Spider-Man 2 game that came out a few years ago is a 10 out of 10 game. That game is amazing. But I mean, I was like a Marvel kid. I grew up watching like the old Marvel cartoons, mostly Spider-Man. I watched like the 1990 Spider-Man from like start to finish when I was a child.
Yep.
So
on TV.
Did you see the meme in real time then? The Spider-Man pointing? Yeah, okay.
I certainly did. And yeah, growing up with that, like my 3 favorite superheroes are like Spider-Man, Iron Man, and then Wolverine is number 1. So I'm super hyped for this game. And also, like, when the trailer opened up, I was worried. I was really worried they're going to treat Logan with kid gloves, because there wasn't a lot of like blood in the Spider-Man games. Not that Spider-Man's known for brutality. But, dude, he opens up just decimating he's covered in blood. He doesn't discriminate. Man or woman, you get those claws. Like, and he rips their head off.
In that trailer.
Yep. Oh, my God. I was jubilant, to say the least.
It looks so, like you were saying, I'm like, if you're gonna do a Wolverine game, you cannot like be PC about it. Like you need to go full violence. You need to like really capture that Wolverine feel. And I think they did that perfectly. Like just him just destroying everyone, him doing over the top ridiculous things like from his motorcycle to jumping on the trucks, just cutting people to shreds. The blood staying on him as he's running around looks really cool too. And then also they really captured like the regenerative powers, right? Where he's healing.
Yeah,
I will say like there was like one weird part where like his armor healed too, which was kind of weird, but I don't know if that's on purpose or not.
I was wondering how they would treat his healing factor, because his healing factor is like that's his superpower.
Right.
And I think they're gonna do it kind of like how Sekiro does it. Shadows Die Twice. I don't know if all 3 of you gentlemen have played Sekiro, but in that game you essentially die and you can choose to come back to life or just let it fade to game over or whatever. So you get like one whammy per like playthrough, I guess. Like I don't know.
Huh.
It's gonna be hard.
That's what I was curious about too. Where it's weird to keep me invested or like believing what's going on when the character's main defining trait is he's like functionally immortal, you know?
Right.
And you're just fighting a bunch of morons with AR-15s or whatever. But we'll see. I have faith though. Insomniac pretty much hasn't missed yet.
Yep.
So as the I guess non-resident expert here, because I'm familiar with Marvel-ish, but X-Men was not the subsection of Marvel that I became familiar with. This is Wolverine comics version, right?
I believe so.
This is not MCU funny gags, haha. Obviously, right?
I would
think so.
say so because I think the Marvel Spider-Man games were mostly based on the comics as well, right?
Okay.
Like I don't
Were
think
they?
I mean, they
I don't even
incorporated a
remember.
lot of stuff from. They incorporated a lot of like suits and cosmetic stuff from the movies. It's its own standalone story, I think. Like it's not canon to the comics, but I think power scaling wise, it drew a lot of inspiration from the comics. If that makes sense, I don't like.
Okay. So hype factor for you guys. I'm probably not likely to pick this up. I'll be honest.
11 out of 10. I'm actually gonna take vacation in September to play Wolverine.
Wow. Okay.
Probably for me, I see. Like, if it was a different year, I would say 10. But I think because it's this year, it's an 8.
Competition. Understandable.
I don't have a PS5, so 0. But if I did, it'd be like 8.
Is it only for PS5? It's not on PC?
No, they stopped. They stopped putting games on PC. At least they said they are. I'm pretty sure Wolverine is included in that. So,
correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Sony acquired Insomniac Studios.
I see. I see.
So, like, the Marvel Spider-Man games were only on PlayStation. They were, I think, 1 and 2 were put on PC, right? And Miles Morales put on PC, but I think they're going back to exclusivity with the Wolverine game.
I do have confirmation there is no PC release. It is PS
that kind of kills a lot of hype for me. I don't really want to play my PS5.
Oh yeah, that's right. Well, you have a PS5 though. You can.
I do. I'm looking at it. It's covered in dust. I need to clean it actually. But,
damn. Yeah, it's fair.
All right. Well, that's not the only Marvel title that we have, and there's a couple check boxes next to this one. So, Joe, do you want to kick us off with Marvel Tokon? I know you're like our signature fighter guy now.
Signature, sure. Marvel Tokon looks really good. Really gripping art style. Big fan. Made by Arxis, same people that make like Guilty Gear, DBFZ, bunch of all that shit, like some of the best looking fighting games. And they make more like anime type games. So it's going to be more fast paced. I didn't play the beta or like the early access, whatever it was, but I heard it was mostly positive. But dude, if you watch the trailers for this and you actually like Marvel characters, like the adaptations of the characters, like the way they're portrayed in this game, most of them are pretty hype. I'm not going to lie. So I'm pretty excited for this game.
Okay.
It looks like the art style is amazing, right? Like it looks so good.
So
and,
cool.
And we're getting Magneto and Doctor Doom. Like, okay.
Yeah, that trailer went crazy.
It was so cool.
Like fighting games like Marvel Tokon makes me wish I was good at playing fighting games, man.
Dude, yes.
Like,
you just gotta pick them up and play them.
I'm not gonna get it because I don't have an aptitude, bro. I have fighting games. I don't have the aptitude for it. But you better believe I'm gonna watch Maximilian play the shit out of it.
Oh yeah,
Joe. Some of us are ass at fighting games. Okay, I don't know what to tell you.
Like all you gotta do is put your head down and just take beatings for several years, and then eventually you'll be good.
I'll tell you what.
Other games to play.
That's all you gotta do.
You're gonna regret comments you made last episode regarding me and your eagerness to help me in fighter games. We're gonna get to that later.
Yeah.
But yeah. Okay. So hype factor from anyone interested for Marvel Tokon?
Gotta be like a 9.
I'm not gonna buy it. Like I'll watch people play it, but I'm just like the only fighting game I actually play is Smash. That's literally it because I'm just not good at fighting games.
Yeah, like kind of same sentiment as Oblivion. I'm not gonna buy it, but I'm excited to watch people play it. So I don't know that I necessarily have a hype factor to contribute.
I will be tuning into Joe Silly streams, and I will eagerly watch with bated breath.
Oh boy.
Should that happen? Okay, diverting from Marvel for a bit, an old classic, Rayman Legends Retold. I think this is the first time we got a look at this. I think we had the originals in like a remake situation. And I know we knew about that. I think it was teased that there was a new Rayman being made, but I don't think we'd see anything until this. Chronicles, do you have thoughts?
For Rayman Legends, no, I've never played a Rayman game, so I don't really have an opinion on it.
Okay, you put an X next to the line, not to call you out.
Did I? Oh, yes. I apologize. My bad.
That means you're the number one fan.
Yeah. Okay, well,
sorry guys.
I thought the only comment I really have to say about it is my wife grew up playing Rayman, so we will be
based.
I see what I did there. That X was supposed to be on Bancho the Chef.
I'm so proud of you. Okay. Well, she's excited about it, and so by default, as someone who doesn't get to play a lot of games with her, I am also kind of excited about it. I've already pre-ordered, and the kicker, it's $39.99.
Hey,
which is a
good.
beautiful price in 2026. Let me tell you.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree.
In a world where every other game is $110.
Oh, we're gonna get there too. Trust.
Yep.
Jesus, dude, some of these prices today. Okay, so speaking of Bancho the Chef, then Chronicles.
Well, I've never played this game. I know it's like a prequel to an existing game of the same title. I've never played it. I saw the trailer and I was like, what is this, Cooking Mama for adults?
Kind of.
That's the only comment I had.
I know it's like
this game looks sick.
It's the Dave the Diver prequel, right?
Maybe.
Is it? I know it's by the same guys, right? But I don't remember them saying it was connected.
I think it is. Doesn't Dave the Diver literally bring Bancho fish? Or did I just make all this up in my head?
I didn't
play it.
Okay. Well, viewers, listeners, sorry, I forget where I'm at sometimes. This is your chance to correct me because I love spreading misinformation for engagement. So do that.
It's just one of those games where I've never played it, but the trailer was I was watching the trailer in like awe.
Well, dude,
what is
I don't know if I actually put this on the list or not. But like, speaking of Dave the Diver, the trailer for the DLC, the Jungle DLC, I was like, is this like an actual movie? Like, is Jack Black gonna pop up at some point in the next 5 seconds or something? Like, I was so confused when it was I think it was on the Game Fest main show. I don't know, Dave the Diver does it different, bro. I don't know. I can't keep up. Tomb Raider, Legacy of Atlantis.
Wait. One second. Before we swap from food, because we're talking about food, they did show like a One Piece food game. And I'm not gonna buy it, but I might watch someone play it because I'm like, hey, it's One Piece, and it's 400 One Piece characters. I'm like, okay, you know what? Like, they deserve it.
You don't want the cozy? Was it Grand Gourmet?
The only cozy game I've ever played was original Harvest Moon in like 1996 or something like that. 98. I don't know what
it does have food in it. I guess that counts.
That's like the only cozy game I've ever played.
Okay. All right. Well, that's okay. You're not into cozy things.
I'm not.
I guess.
I'm not.
That's fair.
No, true.
Okay. Chronicles, I think you're still up.
I am.
Tomb Raider Legacy of Atlantis.
Yeah.
Which recently, not to spoil anybody, Amazon Studios came out and said, hey, we definitely use AI in this shit, so
wait, what?
Just be aware of that.
Okay. Wait, in the video game?
Yeah.
Honestly, now that you mentioned that, the character model for Laura kind of looks
Bro, I don't want to blow your friggin' minds. They came out with the new Kingdom Hearts like re-trilogy again. Bro, they AI'd that shit too.
What?
We'll get to it. Trust.
No, they wouldn't. No,
Dude, Goofy has 2 thumbs, dog. I'm not playing around.
No.
Yes.
The
What?
way of the future.
No.
I quote
Why would
tweeted
you
it if
tell me
you're.
that?
I'm just saying, bro. They're AIing Disney characters. Like they have no. There's no level they won't stoop to at this point. Freaking Disney
Man.
Studios, man.
Well, I expect it from Disney. They're evil.
Mhm.
Well, they invested in Sora, I think, but then Sora it was a whole thing. Anyway, we're getting off topic. We're getting off topic, which we do. But today is especially bad because there's just so much stuff to cover.
So much.
Anyway, Chronicles, feel
So,
free to
Legacy of
super glaze
Atlantis,
your
right?
AI game for us.
So
Wow.
yeah.
Wow.
So I don't have like a soaring like backlog knowledge of Tomb Raider.
Okay.
I've watched like the really old movies when I was a kid, but if I'm not mistaken, Legacy of Atlantis, this is like a remake of like the original game, is it not?
The first one, yeah, I think so.
From like way back when on the PSX when she was all pixelated and stuff.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's cool to like go back and play like an original story, I guess, right? But so I just think it's cool because I started like Tomb Raider with the self-titled definitive edition on the PS4. Then I played Shadow of the Tomb Raider and Raider and Rise of the Tomb Raider, and I thought they're all excellent games, like solid 8 out of 10s at least. Like they scratched the story adventure itch in my brain. So I think I might like Tomb Raider more than Uncharted if that's a hot take. I've played Uncharted as well, but comparing like the new Tomb Raider games to Uncharted, I think I'm more of a Tomb Raider boy.
Okay. It is kind of in that. It's in that arena. I think didn't Amazon also do the 007 First Light?
Did they?
Or am I making that up also? I don't remember who did the publishing for it. I know the Hitman guys were developing.
I'm interested in trying out the 007 game, and I've watched a few people play a little bit of it, but I haven't got it yet because I've got too much of a backlog to get.
It scored very well for what that's worth, but I don't know. It was kind of, the trailers were kind of giving me that vibe, where it was like you said, like an Uncharted kind of feel to it.
Yeah, it kind of does play that way, except you're like a hitman now, right?
Yeah.
Instead of hunting for treasure, you're hunting for bad guys.
Yeah. Okay. What's your hype factor on this one
for Tomb Raider? I think, like I said, like I liked all the new Tomb Raider games. If they're like 8 out of 10s for me, I could say my hype factor is like a 6.5 out of 10. Like I'm not gonna be blazing out to get it. I must play this right now, but like it's gonna be something I go and get when I'm done with all the other games that I'm really more hyped for.
Which, if I can just make a quick aside here for all of us, and you listening at home too, like 90% of these games are coming out in either September or October.
Dude, I got like 6 games on my list are coming out within a week of each other, all in September. And 6 freaking games.
I got news for Oblivion. I don't know if he's aware, but Trails in the Sky Remake 2 comes out same day as Fortune's Weave.
Well, guess what's not getting played?
Fortune's Weave.
Nope, the other one.
Yeah, we're all avoiding November.
Sucks.
November's
that's such horrible news. Why?
I was like on that tangent when I saw that Fortune's Weave is coming out September 17th. I said to myself, "You are out of your mind if you think I'm dropping Wolverine for a second to play that."
Dude, there's
Fire Emblem is on the back burner.
Everything's coming out all at the same time. It's insane. Phantom Blade Zero, which is another Chronicles special.
Oh god, yeah. It's just another one of them Soulsy games that I love, but it's it's probably more like Sekiro, of course.
Yeah.
But it's just, we don't have a lot of news on it yet. Like there's not a lot of like new news. We have like the old trailers and stuff. And then in the trailer, the quote unquote trailer they showed in State of Play wasn't really anything at all. But it was more of an announcement to say they're gonna have more to show off during the summer months, so probably like July, August, whatever. But it still looks good, and I'm still excited for it. That's all I really have to say.
It's I'm kind of high on this one too. Of all of the China Mythos Souls games that are on the horizon here for whatever reason, we're in like a mad China era. I'm not sure really what's going on. Because there's another one, Swords of Legends, which is down the list somewhere. But a lot of these feel very kind of similar.
Yeah.
I was surprised to learn that this got pitched to Sony in an elevator. Literally.
I mean,
It's like Kingdom Hearts.
They literally probably just said China Souls, and they're like, "All right, tell us what you need. We'll give you some money."
But I think this one had a date pushed up or back. I can't remember which one, but it was also, I think, originally slated for a November release too, which is kind of funny.
On that, I feel like with the sheer amount of Souls likes that we have, I feel like there was just a point in time where, like, after Dark Souls blew up in popularity, if anybody came to any publisher with an idea for a Souls like, they just greenlit it.
Yeah, it's Dark Souls, but in China.
Right.
What's this? They probably saw like Black Myth Wukong and how much money that made, and they were just like, "Yes, like what? You sold 25 million copies? Yes, like anything you want."
I mean, the term Souls-like is so mainstream now that they used it in the show.
Yeah,
they said, "Here comes a new Souls-like." I'm like, "Are we really?" Okay,
that's where we're at.
Yeah,
I thought that was just a gamer term. I didn't know that was like a developer term now.
No, Souls-like is the new Metroidvania. Like it's just kind of.
Yeah.
It's called.
I was surprised to hear that. Yeah.
Hype factor for me, I'd probably give it like a 7. I'm kind of there.
Really? I'm at like, after we saw some gameplay in the first trailer we got like a year ago. So based off that gameplay, I'm like at a 9 out of 10. The game looks really cool.
Wow. Okay. He's hype on it.
Yeah.
He's hype on it, folks. Oh wow. Okay. I'm the only one who had no rest for the wicked. Which, speaking of Souls likes, if you've seen it, you know what it is. If not, it's a very dark kind of more fantasy than like medieval. If that descriptor makes more sense to you, it's more D&D than like Elden Ring, I guess, is what I would describe the world as. But funnily enough, I almost drafted this game 2 years ago in a league that I was in. So it's been in development for a while and pushed back a fair bit. So I have concerns as to, because like when you do that, it's either going to be great or it's going to be ass. There's no in between. It was either pushed back because of budgeting and funding and all this stuff, and it's just going to release in tattered state, or for whatever reason they have taken years to refine and fix it. Shout out Metroid Prime 4. So that is that's my concern. I'm probably like a 5 on it currently, just because I'm a little uneven on it. But it looked cool from what I had initially seen, and I guess what I continue to see.
It's made by the people that made Ori and the Blind Forest, apparently. I did not know that when I saw the trailer.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. Very, very visually striking.
Yeah. That's initially how they marketed it too. And then like several years went by and we were all kind of sad. But I'm hopeful. I'm still hopeful. I'm just, with caution. Onimusha is another game that is like the only thing saving my life right now, because Fable got pushed back, which we're now all very aware of per the last episode.
Yep.
We read the news literally as we ended recording last time, so that was fun. So Onimusha Way of the Sword, I actually played the demo. Super easy.
Yeah, I played it as well.
Like even on story mode, it was like, are they gonna hit back? Like, is something gonna happen right now, or? It was pretty wild.
Did you ever go back and play it a second time on the combat focus mode? Or
no, I'm doing that tomorrow though.
Okay, cool. That's what I did. I also played the demo, and I played on just because I watched you play it on the other setting. I played it on the combat focus setting, and it was still easy, man.
Yeah,
still pretty easy.
I'm worried,
but I have some easement on that. Apparently the director of the game put out a statement because people were sending in a lot of feedback saying the game was too easy. So he, of course, first of all, thanked everyone for playing the demo and for the feedback and stuff. And he said that the build for the demo, apparently forget the guy's name, but the character you play, apparently the build for him is like a late game version. And they didn't want to make it too difficult, and they wanted to make him feel strong so that you didn't have a really tough time getting through the demo, because they felt like if they made the demo hard, it would turn people off of wanting to play the game.
Okay.
But he just said, rest assured, the final product will be a lot more challenging than what the demo is.
Okay. I'm sorry. I don't want to put you on blast. Did you forget Miyamoto Musashi's name?
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
And as you know,
I'm bad with names, bro.
No, that's okay. I forget Fire Emblem characters' names like all the time. Even mid-video, I forget things.
Yeah. I'll remember a person's face for my entire life, but I'll probably forget their name.
Yep, same.
I will add, I felt like, because in the demo you fight like, not to spoil anything, but you fight like kind of a more boss-esque kind of figure to close out the demo. The boss fight felt much more duel-like, rather than just like enemy spam that you were kind of dealing with the first 40 minutes or so.
Yeah. I will say, when I played, I died one time in the demo, and it's during the boss fight. The boss fight does definitely have a little more oomph to it, so...
Yeah. I also died once in the boss fight. I anticipated being able to suck in souls, which if you've played it, you know. If you don't, that's a really weird sentence to hear, probably. But like the boss fight did not give you any easement to like recover, which I did not anticipate.
Yeah, it kind of doesn't. But you did in the demo. Did you pick up the golden claws?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So if you get enough soul power or whatever it is, that gimmick that lets you utilize those claws, you heal as you strike them, and that makes so those claws are kind of overpowered because not only does it stun lock the boss as you expel your energy to attack with them, but every hit heals you. So after I watched the developer comment on the difficulty, I was like, yeah, that makes a lot more sense because this is definitely an end game item if that's the case.
I did not know they healed because they just started one-shotting the boss. Because they were super OP, and I had him like down a certain amount of health, I guess.
Okay. On the combat focus, they don't do that much damage, but they stun lock and heal you, so they're really strong.
Okay. I guess that makes sense for the Oni powers. Hype factor, I'm going to give this 10 out of 10 for me. This is one of my most anticipated of the year.
Oh, cool. You know what? It wasn't really on my radar until I watched you play the demo. I was like, you know what? I'll play the demo. This game looks kind of fun. Now that I've played the demo, hype factor for me is probably maybe a 7.5 or 8 out of 10. Like it's still at the end of the day, it's still a Souls-like, and I've played 1,000 Souls-like games, but it's cool. It's played. The main thing I was looking for is it fun to play, and it is fun to play, so I'm looking forward to it.
Onimusha is one of those titles that I played back when I was younger, when it came out on PS2, and I still have the discs on the shelf over there, so I'm pumped for it. Silent Hill Townfall is up next. Joe, do you want to start us with this one since Chronicles and I have been talking for what feels like 3 years now?
Sure. So it's Silent Hill Townfall. There's not really much to say, and we have like 100 games to get through. So pretty briefly, haven't really played much Silent Hill. I played 2 Remake and F, and they're certainly video games. Not really my cup of tea, but I'm willing to try anything, right? But I wasn't really impressed by the most recent Silent Hills, and most people weren't either. A lot of people were making fun of this trailer post-launch, from what I've seen. I did not see that. But I don't know, man.
Interesting.
I think it was an interesting trailer, an interesting little trailer. Chronicles, are you like a big Silent Hill head?
Bro, I'm like your antithesis at this tangent because I'm very much looking forward to Townfall. Silent Hill 2 Remake is my number 1 favorite horror game of all time. That game,
really,
in my opinion, that's a really well done horror game. It's got the ambiance. It's got everything.
Contrarian Joe coming in, I guess, but that was my first one. Dude,
but
it just ran like shit. The opening, like 2 hours where you just walk in the streets, it's the same thing in Silent Hill F. Like the first hour and a half, where you're just roaming the streets with the fog and whatever, are like pretty good. I like the music. I like the atmosphere. especially in 2 remake, dude. You're like grunts when you're curb stomping one of those guys. The voice acting's so good in that game.
Yep. Yeah, it is.
But when I got to like the hospital section, like the halfway point, I was like, all right, I'm about ready for this to be over. What's the climax? And then there's like 10 more hours.
Yep.
And I'm like, it is like I like Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 1 a lot. Dude, Silent Hill 2 Remake is the most padded game I've ever played in my life. Tell me I'm wrong.
You're wrong.
All right, well, there it is.
Okay, I think for me,
good argument.
you're not. Okay, no, I see what you're saying, because I think for me, I never played the original Silent Hill 2. So like my introduction to Silent Hill is with the new remakes coming out. So to your point, I was pretty much ready for the game to be over once you hit the labyrinth, which is like around the 75% finish mark. So it overstayed its welcome a little bit, but I still enjoyed my playthrough. So for me, Silent Hill 2 Remake is like a 9.5 out of 10.
If that game was 10 hours long, with like how little there is to do in it, as far as like there only being 4 enemy types, you attack one way or you shoot, like, I don't know, man. If it was a 10-hour like tight experience, I would be much more positive on it, but I was ready for it to be over, and then it went on for another 11 hours.
I think the only real reason I glaze it as much as I do is because I'm a big horror game guy. I love horror games.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know, like, to go on a slight tangent, I know you're not big on The Evil Within. That's one of my favorite games also.
Oh, no, I liked that game.
But you were big on it.
I played it for the first time.
Though, right?
Well, I only experienced that game by watching people play it when it came out, and it was just like really goofy. And then when I played it for the first time last October for Halloween stuff, I loved it. Because it's like very RE4 coded, obviously. And
I watched
that game's great. Yeah. No, I like that game a lot. It's like a solid like 8, high 8.
Yeah.
But yeah, I hope this game is good. That's all I have to say about that.
So hype factors, how are we feeling?
My
like 5.
Okay.
My hype factor for Townfall is probably like at least an 8, just because I have it on a very high pedestal because of my experience with 2 Remake.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So if I get it and it sucks, I'm gonna be very sad. Like with you mentioned it, Silent Hill F, that game sucked.
Mm-hmm. Well,
they can't.
So if it's like,
I could talk to you about that for 2 hours, but we got 100 games going.
Yeah, right.
They can't all be winners, I guess, right?
Yeah.
This next one, Chronicles, you're the only one with a check next to it. Ill.
Yep, that's because it's a horror game.
Okay. Okay. Yep.
My hype factor for Ill is probably a 10 because a new AAA survivor horror IP is incredibly rare. So I want to see what they do with it.
Wait, beyond Silent Hill? You're more hyped for this?
Yeah, because it's a new IP. I want to see what it is.
Interesting. Okay. I respect that.
I don't think like a new AAA survival horror, or maybe it's not a survival horror, but just a AAA horror game in general is so rare these days. I'm excited for it.
What do you mean? We got Until Dawn 2.
That's not true. That's That's some movie rail garbage shit, man. I don't want to play that. That game's really popular for some reason too. People like it, but it's not for me.
Okay. So, wow. Okay, hype factor of 10. That's big. Control Resonant, which I know you guys didn't check out some of the other showcases that were happening besides like the main stuff. But I watched all of them. I was surprised to see that this game had a spotlight in the PC gaming show that happened on Sunday, and I was not expecting to see that.
Did they just not have anything else to show, or
they had things? It was like 2 hours of a showcase. I thought it was going to be PC exclusive games, and I was like, this isn't a PC exclusive.
I'm not surprised by it being there because the original Control, for like many years after it came out, was a very common like PC benchmark game for like ray tracing and all that shit. So maybe that's why they did it there. I didn't watch the PC thing, unfortunately. But as for Control, I really wasn't that big a fan of the first game. I know I seem like I'm negative on almost everything that I've talked about so far, but but like I don't know, man. I really like Remedy. Don't get it twisted. Alan Wake 1, one of my favorite games of all time, dude. That game rules. But I don't know. It feels like modern Remedy is just being weird for the sake of being weird. And the gameplay of Control didn't really do it for me, but this new game looks like they're iterating on it pretty well, and it's more open, so I'm hopeful for it. What do you think, Chronicles?
Yeah, I when they showed this game like a year ago, was it? It was before we knew about it before the state of play. What was it, like at least 6 months ago?
It was
maybe?
a while ago, yeah.
But anyways, when they first showed, I was like, this game looks cool. And then I learned it was a sequel. I was like, really? What's the first game? And that's when I learned Control exists. I was like, oh, and it was also like really dirt. I think I got it for like $10 on PSN. It was dirt cheap at the time. It was also just happened to be on sale, so I bought it. So I played the original Control in anticipation of this game. And the original Control, I liked it. I think my problem is I like things very easily. I like to like things, but you know what? I enjoyed it. I mean, if I play a game and I'm having fun, then I just like it. I don't know what to tell you.
That's good.
I just felt like the force powers kind of broke the flow of the game. Like every problem is just solved by picking up a table and throwing it at whatever is shooting you.
That's just your like an offensive ability, though.
It's true. I
honestly,
maybe I'll replay it and give it another chance. I don't know.
I guess to your point, the like that psychokinesis thing where you could pick up things and throw it was so overtuned and damaged. I realized that right away because even at like base level, it was like two-shotting things. So I maxed that thing out immediately, and that was like my main source of damage versus even bosses. Like I didn't use my gun very much at all.
I see. I'm hopeful.
Hype factors from either of you guys?
Like a 6, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, I could give it like a 6 or a. Say it. Nope, not gonna say it. 6.
No, say it for the SEO. What are you doing?
No, don't.
All right. Well, speaking of Chronicles liking to like things, Until Dawn 2. Joe, would you like to talk about Until Dawn 2? I have it. Full disclosure, I have it checked as well, but it's one of those games that my wife would also want to play. So de facto, I must oblige because I get rare opportunities for that.
So, speaking of the games that I played in like Halloween spooky type of thing, I've been trying to play at least one of those kind of games made by these people, the Supermassive Games people, where it's like Until Dawn, Man of Medan, all that stuff. And for what they are, they're pretty solid. Some of them are hit or miss, like Man of Medan and the one after that, kind of stinky. But the one that I played last year, House of Ashes, like really good. Big fan of that. If you want to play that with your wife, have you played any of them before? Because they're like couch co-op.
I haven't played.
Like you can each control a specific character.
I haven't played, but I'm very familiar with the Anthology collection, just in general.
Yeah. But yeah, they're pretty high quality, and they've mostly gotten better as time went on. And Until Dawn is kind of where it started. And it was like the only reason they made those anthology games is because Sony just had the IP by the balls. It was like a PS4 launch title ? It was like really early on.
Yeah.
And they just had the rights to the Until Dawn IP. But now they're doing something with it, so I'm hopeful.
Okay. Hype factor?
Like a 7, I guess.
Okay. I'm there too. I'm like a 6.
Well, you don't really like spooky games yourself, right? But if you play with your
wife, if I have someone
be funny.
If I have someone metaphorically holding my hand through it, I can get there. Slay the Princess is about as horror-y as I will.
Oh, I gotta play that. I'm gonna play that this year, October.
It's good, bro. And it's hand drawn. Shout out No AI. Okay. This this next one is all for because we don't hate women. Can I say that? Can I be brave?
True.
Okay.
True.
Excellent.
True.
Oblivion, I haven't heard from you in so long.
Do you want? I'm going to be the controversial person here, though. Are you sure that I should go first?
Okay.
Oblivion's
One of us
take on
is
this
not
as
beating
well.
the
He hates women.
allegations. Yeah, exactly.
Oblivion hates women.
No, wait a second.
There's always a misogynistic one on the pod.
Oh my gosh.
I'll kick it off then, I guess. Laufey is, I think, a really cool character to explore. As someone who hasn't, I've seen the Nordic.
It's the title. That's not her name.
What?
Laufey is not the name of the character.
Is it not the actual god's name? Like the mythos name?
Kratos' wife?
Yeah, her name's Faye.
Her name is Faye, but the game's called Laufey.
Yeah. Is Laufey not her full name?
I don't think so.
It's got to be.
This
This is
am
a
I
big.
dumb?
Well,
I don't know.
Hold on. We're
Well-
Googling. Norse mythology,
cut that out,
Laufey.
cut that-
Jotun, giantess. Best known as the
We
mother
all
of the
learn
trickster
something
Loki.
every day.
I already
Okay,
knew it.
I'm
Don't
dumb.
say we all
There you
learned
go.
something.
Well,
I
I was
totally-
trying to be nice.
Okay.
I apologize. I did not know. I was out of nowhere, and now I am.
All right. Well, look, I have seen the Norse, whatever you want to call it, those Gods of War games played. I've not played them myself, but I've seen the playthroughs. So if you all want to call me a tourist because of that, you are welcome to. But I will say, I'm planning to play them. This made me bump them up in the backlog order because of it. I think it's a cool character to explore. I've seen that it should be, I think, running parallel to the events of Ragnarok. So a lot of the events, not to spoil anything, that Kratos has that maybe you're like, is he hallucinating? Or is he like going through some kind of grief and that's why he's hearing her voice and stuff? There may be some kind of delving into like why that's existing. But I think ultimately it was teased that we were going to be Egypt next. And I don't think the characters that we saw in the, I want to say trailer, but it's actually 20 minutes of gameplay. I don't think that's coincidence because of it. And I think this is maybe a parallel story to Ragnarok that's setting us up for perhaps the next trilogy that could be Egypt based, perhaps. I don't know. There's a lot of possibility, which is what makes me excited about it. And I'm pumped to see it go there. And I know Oblivion's going to make this case. So before he does that, and I get to interject, I will say people were saying it was kind of like goofy in terms of thematic, right? But also worlds are converging and there's just dead gods everywhere in the same place, which feels very abnormal to like a perhaps more linear path that we've seen from the God of War games. Because like when you sign up for the Greek trilogy, you kind of know the gods you're going to see, kind of know the fights you're probably going to have. Same goes with like the Norse games too. Like you kind of know who you're gonna run into Thor at some point, probably, right? It's Norse. There's a lot of open potential for like anything to happen, and we got that in the form of a lovable cube named Frank, spelled phonetically. You know. Anyway, I'm done talking. Who would like to go next?
It should probably.
Okay, so I've not played these God of War games, the new ones, right? And I'm like, okay, cool. Like, you know, it's Kratos' about to say daughter, wife. And the battle, like the combat looks great, right? I'm like, okay, this looks cool. The little Pokemon thing, I was kind of like, okay, sure, kind of questionable on that. But they throw it in the fire and it dies. I'm like, okay, I'm good again. Like, we're cool, right? Like, oh, this is awesome. And then the Aztec or Egyptian god guy shows up and the woman, and like, I'm like super in for this. I'm like, this looks awesome. And then they throw her in a cage. You know, and so I'm like, okay, cool. And then there's a talking cube and not a sword, a talking ribbon attached to the sword. And it completely killed any interest I had in the game even remotely. Like, it became completely wacky. It felt like I was like watching a kid's Disney movie where like, oh, the cool heroine needs a talking, comic relief character. And the worst part is it's voiced by the guy from The Boys, like the dorky main character,
Huey.
right?
Jack Quaid.
Huey. Yeah, I like The Boys. I haven't seen the newest season, but I like The Boys for the most part. And I just like it immediately took me out of it. I was like, okay, I don't care anymore. Like I just don't care. Especially when you're fighting the boss and the cube's doing back attacks on the boss. I'm like, oh my god, this is so goofy and stupid. Like, what are you doing? Like for me, what God of War is like this over the top, violent, but like really like not down to earth, but like, you know what I mean? Like, it's grounded. It feels grounded. Yeah, it feels grounded, right? And that completely removed it for me, right? So now I'm like, I want to like this game, but I just can't when this talking cube is here. Like, I hate it. And they also showed behind the scenes with Huey in a freaking cube outfit doing mocap. And I'm like, I hate this so much. Like, I despise this now. So, like, this game is like a 0 out of 10 for me. I do not want to even look at it.
Wow.
Come on.
Yeah.
Dude, the cube is so silly.
No, exactly. I hate silly
It's so quirky. You don't like
things.
it?
Sorry, Joe.
Damn.
Bro hates
Well,
fun.
okay.
Okay, someone save the podcast,
that's-
please. Say something nice. Someone, anyone.
Oblivion, you're beautiful, and that's like the only
Thanks.
valid criticism I've ever seen about this online, because we all know what the other 99% of the
Right.
discourse
Yeah.
is about this shit.
True.
But I feel like the reception to it, they might make it toggleable, ? I don't know, man.
I just
Like,
you know what I mean?
it's
Like,
definitely goofy.
Yeah,
on.
because like that's the other thing to me, like, right? Like, we're having a female protagonist, right? Which, just because of the environment we are in is going to be controversial because, gaming. But so for me, like, if you're going to do that, you need to double down on the gruesomeness. You need to like really sell it to these people who are going to be, them. you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't think
Right?
that's going to happen, bro. I saw a meme called God of Laundry, and the cube
Oh my
was a
God,
laundry
dude.
machine.
The AI.
Like,
Okay,
It's
okay.
AI.
But what I'm saying, like I feel like if you're going to go that route, like you should double down and like prove them wrong, right? Like, hey, you're stupid for even thinking this. This is so badass. This character's amazing, right? And I'm sure she will be. But like when like the stupid cube and a talking ribbon shows up, it just completely like just killed the entire vibe for me. And the ribbon looks cool in combat. It actually does. But like, couldn't you have like had a talking something else that was not like it's just, I don't know. It's so dumb. Like, I just hate it.
It's very like Metroid Prime 4 coded, where it's supposed to be grounded, and then you have Miles McKenzie. Oh shit! Hey, Samus Aran. Hey guys, what's going on?
Right. Exactly. And this is like God of War, like Metroid, right? These are like games that like live off the tone of the game, right? Like, the tone, the theme, the setting are so important and vital for the game's success. And then you have this goofy cube doing back attacks on an Aztec god. I'm like, okay, sure.
Well, maybe the cube is a god, and you got turned.
I'm sure it is, but it's a dork.
I think I did a little research. I think it might actually be a D&D reference.
There's no way.
Don't even. I love D&D, but this is not the place for it.
There's some kind of like godly object that is a cube, that is like a big bad something in D&D. I think.
Yeah.
Or it's Lovecraftian. One of the two, I think. I don't know.
Interesting.
I think the game looks good though.
Yeah,
it does.
That's
It does
all
look
I care
good.
about.
Like,
and I don't know. I think they'll be receptive to people's gripes with the white guy cube.
I mean, the game does look good, right? I'm not saying it doesn't. It looks great. It's just that one factor kills it for me, essentially. Especially when we have this many games coming out. You know what I mean? Like, why am I going to play a game I'm not interested in?
Which, speaking of release times, it did say that it was in development, which I took to be like, okay, we'll see it in like 2 years, maybe.
Right, probably, yeah. That's true.
They came out and said, don't read too much into that.
What's that mean?
Just because there's no date, don't expect it to be super far away.
They're vague posting, great.
Yeah,
September 29th.
Probably. Yeah.
I don't know. Unlike Joe, have you played any of the God of War games?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so
yeah, I played the modern ones. Yeah,
I've only the modern ones. Am I the only one here that's played
only the
old
modern
ones?
ones?
You're the PS1 kid, bro.
I'm the only one. Okay, well, I'm
a
coming
PS1
from,
kid, but I was playing RPGs.
I guess I'm coming from a place that I'm like, I've been a fan of God of War since like 1, 2, 3, like the original games. I never played the ones on like the handheld, like the PS Vita or PSP, whatever
right.
it is. I never played the like spin-off games, but I played all the original God of War games, and then I played the 2018 and Ragnarok as well. And I mean, I'm a fan. I love them all, and I'm super stoked that they're remaking the original God of War. So I want to see. I don't know if I prefer that they remake it in the style of what it is now, or if they keep it like how it is, where it's just like a hack and slash beat 'em up. But either way, I'm excited for that as well. So yeah, when they announced Laufey, like a new IP from Santa Monica Studios, I didn't think it was gonna be out of God of War, but then you hear Kratos' voice, I was like, oh. But I think delving into a story of his wife and just following what she's doing in the afterlife is a really cool concept for a video game. Regardless of if she like hooks up with Kratos again later on to like have any impact in the real world again or not, but I think it's just gonna be a fun time. I'm looking forward to it.
So we have three A's and
steeped in lore.
We got 3 A's and 1 Oblivion. It sounds like.
Yep, true. Living up to my name.
But yes, I do agree with Joe. The lore. Not to be all MatPat about it. Hype factor for me, probably a solid 9. Oblivion, you've already said a 0, so I won't ask you or make you repeat yourself because I respect you too much. Joe, Chronicles, hype factors?
I'd give it like a 8. I had a couple problems with Ragnarok, not going to talk about it, but for the most part, the modern God of War games have been like really high quality products, and I think she's a really cool character, aerial combat focus, cool new gods. I'm in there.
Yeah, dude, she looks like she fights like a Valkyrie that has magic powers.
Cool. It is cool.
Sick.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm disappointed I don't like it.
Yeah. So I think I'm with KCB. I'm around a 9, like factor wise.
Maybe they'll release a mod that where you could just blank out the cube or something.
Maybe so. Okay, I'll give you guys this. You have permission to spoil me on the game if the cube dies within the first couple hours. You can totally spoil it for me.
Okay, and then you'll get it.
Bro,
yeah, exactly. Right.
It's a sentient gelatinous cube. I don't think it can die, man.
There has to be a way. They killed the Pokemon. They could kill the cube.
Dude, no, I don't think anything's going to die. They're in the afterlife.
Yeah.
Can they die?
No!
The one dude literally said, "Do you want to find out how hard it is to die here, Godling?"
Yeah,
you're right. No.
So that kind of gave me the sense that he could rip her head off and she wouldn't die.
Well, there you go. I guess that's the answer.
Well, hey, what a PlayStation State of Play. Am I right?
Solid.
Turns out that was the presentation we saw the least amount of games from. If you're keeping track at home, we're going in order. So, yeah. Next up would be the Xbox showcase that took place on Sunday of Summer Game Fest week. I will just point out briefly because nobody else wanted to talk about it. The Gears of War E-Day. They made a big stink about making that a console exclusive.
That's because no one's buying an Xbox ever.
I know.
There's literally no reason to have an Xbox.
Yeah.
I know.
I don't have one. Do you guys have Xboxes?
Not yet.
Nope.
Not since the Xbox One, and I only had like 2 games for that.
I'm kind of hype on it. They actually
for Gears of War?
No, just Xbox.
Why?
I'm excited about what it means to have like somebody else in the game. I feel like console exclusivity, Sony is in like a weaker position now. Like when all of this is going to shake out for reasons. They were actually supposed to show the Campaign Evolved, the Halo remake. They were supposed to show that trailer. Asha said, take backsies and showed it at Xbox instead.
That seems kind of dirty and mean.
Fun fact. Allegedly in Minecraft, obviously. Please don't sue our tiny podcast that makes no money. But yeah, that's rumor mill has it. They also gave away Xboxes to all the fans in the showroom afterwards, which was kind of cool. Yeah, Gears of War. I had a lot of people in my chat that were hyped about it. I don't really have an attachment to the series, but I think it's cool that they're bringing it back. I also thought going from, not to spoil anything, Gears of War to Fable to Halo was like, I was like, oh, was it early 2000s again? Like, what's going on here? So Fable was next up. I didn't anticipate seeing anything from Fable because they said, hey, JK 2027 actually. But we got a new trailer. It talked about choices and consequences, which has been a bit of a criticism for the game's direction presently.
True.
So maybe they're aware of that. We got a look at our villain. We also saw Jack of Blades back, who is also actually in the collector's edition scale figure that comes with it as well. So it feels like maybe they took a little bit of the commentary to heart. And maybe that's why they pushed it back a bit. I don't know. Maybe they were super afraid of GTA, which, by the way, GTA was nowhere.
I know. I don't know how this game's coming out.
Everybody's like, oh god, we're so afraid of the month November. GTA's nowhere, bro. Kingdom Hearts. Okay, spoilers. Kingdom Hearts showed up, bro. So what are we doing?
I've been saying this, but like, what's gonna happen is everyone's gonna avoid November, then GTA's gonna get delayed. It's gonna be like a month with no games.
Yes, there will be nothing to play in November, and that will be awesome because tons of time to catch up.
Right, exactly.
But anyway,
they hold all the cards.
Fable, Joe, you got some thoughts on Fable?
Oh, absolutely not. I'm going to be 100% with you. I only put an X here because I figured you wanted to talk about it. Because you're a big Fable guy.
Okay, well, funny. Thank you for giving me my platform to speak about these serious things. I'm 11 out of 10, bro. I'm all in. If this game is bad, I'm ending it all, just straight up. So,
man, that's a little bit awkward because I counterpicked you, so now I feel kind of bad. But
yeah,
I also want to win.
Yeah, you did. How's that feel to be that guy?
I mean, I'm gonna win, so it'll probably feel okay.
Wait, didn't you pick up GTA?
I did. I also have Clockwork Revolution, which got delayed.
Oh no! Hey, another Xbox exclusive.
Yeah,
isn't that fun?
Yeah.
Anyway, campaign evolved. Joe, did you want to talk about this one, or were you also giving me a platform to reminisce?
Oh no, I mean, I grew up with Halo for the most part. I had Xbox and Nintendo stuff. And I didn't really have any PlayStation stuff, which is why earlier when we were talking about God of War, I never played the older ones, never had the opportunity. But Halo, big part of me growing up, like, multiplayer had a profound experience on, becoming the gamer I am. So yeah, Halo, special place in my heart. I don't know about this remake. They already remade this shit.
Yeah.
But and I don't know, man. The whole, like, them giving it to Sony and then Sony being like, actually, we'll take that, and now we won't put our exclusives on PC anymore. That part has me a little iffy on this, but yeah. And it's on Unreal Engine 5, which runs like dog shit. So that's all.
But it'll be better on 6 when they remake it again in 5 years, probably.
Oh, right. Yeah, absolutely.
Right? Yeah.
Yep.
Agreed. I'm skeptical. I'm confused as to why there's like 3 new campaigns or 3 new chapters. Can't remember the wording that they used, but it almost sounded like it was bridging the gap between the events of Combat Evolved and Reach or something.
It's going to be a prequel for Commander, what's it, Johnson? I can't remember his name.
Oh, is it just like Johnson's backstory?
Yeah. They talked about it before.
Okay. Yeah, the only other comment I'll make is that a lot of people were comparing the model to Steve Harvey lookalike. And now I kind of can't unsee it.
God, why would you say
the mustache?
That?
Yeah, I think it's the mustache. It really brings home. I'm waiting for him to reveal an answer in Family Feud or something. I don't know. But yeah, anyway, I know it, so now you guys all have to know it too.
Thanks.
Hype factor probably like 6. I'm cautiously optimistic.
Same. 6 sounds about right.
Persona 4 Revival, Joe. Take us there.
Real quick. Last episode, I said that one of the only things I was really looking forward to here was P4R like gameplay of any kind, more than just like a teaser of the name. And yeah, we got big ass trailer for it, like 2 minutes of straight heat. And then also Persona 6. Like we got both. That's insane. And I know that we were going to talk about Persona 6 later, but there's not really much to talk about. Like they just revealed its existence.
Yeah.
So
there's green in it, which is cool.
It is the green one. I actually saw some people on Twitter being like, they looked at the scans of the protagonist that I talked about on the last episode as well.
Yeah.
And people are deducing that they're like some church people. Like the main characters are part of a church because of like the collar or something. And they're like, exorcists is what they said. So that could be cool. The trailer was kind of grim, so that kind of checks out.
Yeah, I was gonna say, the trailer is just like a green graveyard, essentially.
Yeah,
I did.
Well, that, we got both. A bunch of tombstones, right?
Yeah.
So my only comment on that is if Persona 6 ends up being more dark and gritty, maybe it has some horror themes because they did make a point to show off it is just a graveyard with tombstones, I'd be down.
Absolutely. The only other thing I'll say about Persona stuff real quick is the Persona 4 trailer is amazing. Like aesthetically, it looks fantastic. Why do they not keep the same voice actors, dude? The original Persona 4 cast is like one of the most decorated in any game I've ever played, dude. It's so many heavy hitters on that shit. And then you have this remake and it's like nobody. And everybody that was part of the original wanted to be in the remake. And they just said no? I don't know, bro.
The answer is money. The answer is money. It's always money.
Your Persona.
I know, but so if the original voice actors are like, if they're like big names now, and they wanted big paychecks to come back for a remake, they're like, nah, we'll just get.
Well, I mean, I saw Yuri Lowenthal talking about this on Twitter. He had to delete the tweet because I guess he got in trouble. But he said that he was like begging them to take him back, like he would have done anything. So I don't think it was money.
Really?
Yes.
I was gonna say
that's very surprising.
Like, big thing now is like a lot of these places want VAs to sign off on like, you know, we can keep and retain your voice and use it for training and AI modeling and all this shit. And so sometimes they don't sign up for projects because of that. But if Yuri was begging for it, then like, I don't know.
Yeah,
that's weird. Well, Joe, hype factor, Persona 4 Revival.
It would be a 10 because Persona 4 is one of my favorite games, but the voice acting situation, like the original is just so iconic, man. And the people not being the same voices is gonna throw me for a loop. So it's a 9, probably.
Okay. I had a couple just to quickly mention because I thought they were kind of fun and goofy looking. So if you're the type of person listening that might be into that, Bad Magpie looked like Untitled Goose Game, but you're a psychopathic corvid bird, basically. And I thought that looked dope. Also, I think an Xbox exclusive, which all of these are day one Game Pass playable, I think, also, for what it's worth. And then there was another game called Join Us, which I think is quite literally a cult leader simulator. I don't really know how to not explain it in that capacity, but it would, you know, if you love antics, that seemed like it was kind of up there as well. So if I get an Xbox and I'm able to play them, I would probably pick them up. But currently I don't have one. So Joe, you want to take us back with Doom Dark Ages Revelations?
Yeah, not much to really say. It's the DLC for Dark Ages. I played it when it came out. modern Doom games are all really, really high quality. And yeah, Dark Ages was like a solid 8 for me. And I'm really hoping that with the DLC, they take the mechanics a bit further, and they seem to, because in the trailer, instead of having a shield as your like secondary mechanic, basically, you have like the spear, I think, and that's looking to be more offensive. The shield obviously more defensive. So I'm hoping the DLC is ape shit. Looking forward to it.
Love that. Also love that everybody's titling their games either Revelation or Genesis at this point.
Oh god.
Shout out. Joe, bring us round with Crazy Taxi, because we both got this one marked too.
Yeah, that's just one of those goofy games from way back in the day. You just sink a ton of time into when you have free time. Very funny. Looking forward to it. The trailer kind of went hard, I'm not gonna lie. It got me hype. What about you?
Yeah, I think this was like back on the PS2. It was the last time we heard anything from Crazy Taxi. I not to be the downer guy, but I think there's potential AI on this one too.
Yeah, I was about to say I'm going to do back at it. That came out. They were using AI.
Yeah,
but it was for I believe it was for concept art, is what they said. None of the AI actually made it into the game, but yeah, so
okay,
that is there.
Mm-hmm.
See that's fine, I guess, but I feel like that's the slope where they're just like, hey, we're just using it so that our team doesn't have to spend time making promo materials for you guys, and they can work harder on the game. And then it's just they're boiling the frog. You know what I mean? And then eventually it's just background assets. You guys don't really care about those, right? Like, we don't want to. Not a big deal. I don't know. It annoys me, but for the series itself, Crazy Taxi is kind of a goofy, good time. I will probably pick it up if it's like on sale or something, or I can like get it on Game Pass or something like that. All of this is irrelevant because I don't have an Xbox. So some of these I literally won't be able to play unless I get one. So, but I'd probably give it like a 7, maybe, on hype.
Mm-hmm.
I
mean, I don't really have a number on it. It's more so just like a fun game. I would maybe get on sale. Yeah.
Yeah. This is a holiday promo from like Amazon or something, is what my vibe is, kind of. Speaking of things to buy, the Xbox Series X 25 Special Edition. We already kind of touched on it. They're giving them away, evidently. But
not anymore. That was a one-time thing.
Well, if you were there and you had, I think, fan on your pass, they didn't give them to press. Take that.
Oh, that's good at least.
Take that, press. Good. Fans only.
That's what you get.
I almost made a right-wing grifter comment, but I'm not going to, because I don't think anybody would pick up on the sarcasm. So Xbox Series S, they're going back to like 2000s nostalgia with like the translucent green, and I don't know. It felt very Nintendo 64, and I was there for it, and I'm happy about that. I think the world is so depressing, but I'm declining into a state of like, oh, nostalgia is fun. I like that. Nothing was bad in the 90s kind of vibe that I had. Magicians, the Devil's Deal looked pretty cool. I was kind of hype on that. Again, it's an Xbox exclusive, so I can't play it. But it was kind of giving me vibes of a series that I can't think of off the top of my head right now, because I mentioned before that I forget things very frequently like that. But it looked cool. I like that you were like literally using magic tricks as like attacks and stuff, which seemed cool. You put a deck of cards in the game, I'm pretty much on board with it. Valor Mortis was another game. I think Chronicles. Got thoughts? Is this horror? Did you check this because horror?
Hold on. Did we go out of order? Or
no.
Maybe I don't have notes on that game. Oh dear.
It's a Souls game, I think.
I recognize the name of that game though. Oh yeah, no. I remember it now. Okay,
He's back.
I looked at the trailer today because I forgot about it and I needed to remind myself about it. Okay, yeah, I'm interested in the game because it kind of looks like Dishonored by another name. You know what I mean? It looks like it plays like Dishonored.
Ooh.
I'll take your word for it. I don't.
And
I don't have any.
I had a lot of fun with Dishonored 1 and 2. It's just one of those games where you play as an assassin. And
Okay.
you can either go through the entirety of the game never being seen, or you could just go balls at a wall, full action. Like you can kind of do what you want, or a mix of both, right?
Huh.
So I think it's cool. It looks like it has like similar mechanics to that game. It looks like it plays very similarly, and the graphics are like 1-to-1. It just looks like a Dishonored game. Just it's called something else. So I'm into it. I'm looking forward to it.
Okay.
Now you got me interested.
Joe's in. You've converted someone.
Bingo.
Hey.
He's not paid, by the way, just to clarify.
I have to ask though, since we're still on the Microsoft showcase of what we're doing, is Valor Mortis is not an Xbox exclusive, right?
Good.
I just looked it up. Let me see.
It's on Steam. It's on Steam.
Yeah, it's on PS5 and Steam as well.
Okay, good, because I would definitely check it out on PS5. But to go on a slight tangent, I was gonna say the only thing I would ever buy an Xbox for is if Microsoft ever created the Evil Within 3 and it was an Xbox exclusive, because I know they bought and now own Tango Gameworks, and Tango Gameworks owns the license to the Evil Within.
It's true.
Okay.
So if Evil Within 3 is ever made, it will very likely be an Xbox exclusive. And if that happens, I'm going to have to buy an Xbox, because the Evil Within is just one of my favorite horror titles ever made.
That's your killer app. That's the... For people listening to this, probably that's like the Fire Emblem for the Switch 2.
For the only reason I'm buying Switch 2 is for Fire.
I guess Pokemon, I guess, is the typical Nintendo killer app for the most part, but those games haven't run well on Nintendo hardware in a very long time. So, Elder Scrolls Online: Return of the Thieves Guild, Oblivion. You have thoughts on this one?
Okay, so this is a fake X. I just wanted to put this in because I wanted to blab for a second.
Sure.
So I see this posted, and I'm like, oh, Bethesda.
Yeah.
Surely we're getting the Elder Scrolls 6 announcement. Nope. It's another addition to their MMO. And then it's also like, they did a Fallout 76 edition. And I'm just sitting here and I'm like, how long has it been since the announcement for Elder Scrolls 6? And I looked, it's been 7 years tomorrow. So I'm just here to publicly shame Bethesda for being suck. That's it. That's all I wanted to do.
Oblivion, let me tell you exactly what happened. It's very simple. Starfield came out and it was the biggest pile of dog shit ever conceived. And it was heavily generatively AI made, right? And I'm convinced that game was made to just limit test what people would accept in that regard. And the reception of that game was not it. So they basically had to pull a Metroid Prime 4 and scrap that shit. That is my theory.
I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised, honestly, with how bad Starfield was.
Starfield was an AI psyop for the people.
That's not even a real thing.
All right. Well, one that is a real game and one that has a fair amount of us interested is Castlevania Belmont's Curse. We got a look at the pro tag, I think a little more clearly now, and a name. I think it is Rose, if I'm not mistaken. Either Joe or Chronicles, feel free to take it here.
I feel like Joe probably has more to say about this. I'm not a huge Castlevania guy, but the reason why I'm interested in Belmont's Curse is because the very first Castlevania game I ever played was Dawn of Sorrow on the DS. And I had a lot of fun with that. Was one of the most fun I've ever had with the DS game. That game was cool. I was also like 12 years old, or 13 or whatever, so I was, it's not hard to entertain me with something that looks cool like that. And it looks like it has the same or similar aesthetic, and it plays similarly. So I was like, you know what, I'm down. I'll check this out.
Yeah, I haven't played that many Castlevania games at all. I played the really old like NES one at a friend's house once, but then I also played what's it called? Ritual of the Night, which isn't actually a Castlevania game, but a blood-stained Ritual of the Night, right? Made by the guy that made Castlevania.
Yeah.
That's his own thing. And I really like that game, actually. The music, art style, combat, all that really good. So the only reason I'm bringing that up is because this new Castlevania game looks a lot like that game. Like it's 3D, you got a female protagonist, it's more like action focus, you know. So I'm hopeful in that regard. It's still not made by the original guy from what I understand, but that genre is really cool. So I'm looking forward to it.
Sounds like I need to play Ritual tonight.
Oh yeah.
It's on sale frequently.
It's coming out like soon, I think.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I'll definitely check it. I gotta add that to my wish list then.
Oh, Vivarium. Did you guys see Vivarium?
I guess not.
Cool sounding name.
Nobody
I really don't know what
nobody interested in that? It's do you remember the trailer that looked like a Ghibli movie?
No.
Oh my god. Dude, okay. So it's this game that looks like a life sim, but it's in like some sort of drawn world, like you're in a Studio Ghibli movie. And then at the end, the whole time I'm like, the music's kind of eerie, the dialogue's kind of like weird, like something feels off here. I'm waiting for like the plot twist. At the end, it pans out and you're inside this like terrarium globe. And I'm like, what the hell's this game? So I want to know more about it. It was one of those that kind of like hooked because I had no idea what's going on, but it was interesting.
It sounds like an acid trip.
It could have the potential to be like that, yeah. I think. I don't know where it's coming from.
Are you saying that the trailer was effective?
Yes.
Rare footage.
It was. Very much so.
Okay.
But if you're unaware, I've probably done a bad job describing it. Check out the trailer. Shouts out. Or maybe I'll have them playing in the video of this podcast right now, and you won't have to search it. Spoilers. Spyro, A Realm Beyond Oblivion. You got this picked up.
Dude, I'm so excited. Like I played OG Spyro on PS1, right? Like that was like the PlayStation 1 game to get. Well, I guess like Crash Bandicoot too. But like Spyro was better than Crash Bandicoot just forever. So like seeing it come back in this way was actually like nostalgia bait. Like I was so excited for it. I don't know if I'm actually gonna get a chance to play it or not, but I'll watch somebody play it at least. And it looks really, really good. It looks great. So I'm glad to see like an old school game come back in a big way like this.
Okay. This one I think is multi-platform also. For what it's
really?
worth. I think it's on Switch 2, PS5, Xbox, Steam.
That's where I'm not getting it on.
I think. I had Clockwork Revolution ticked, but I really just wanted to take a dig at Oblivion's draft.
That's why I didn't click it, because no one would do that. I was like, I'm not gonna bring it up.
It's the only chance I think I get to do that now. But it's all good. Onimusha Way of the Surveyor talked about, but I will say as we move into the Nintendo Direct portion of this, because that kind of wraps up the Xbox showcase, which they ended on Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4, for those with bated breath wondering how it ended. Onimusha Way of the Sword got shown off a lot, just in general. And I don't think I anticipated it being on Switch 2, but evidently it is. It's got pre-order pages and everything, which is kind of crazy. Orbitals is, I think, my sleeper hit pick for the year. I think it's like 80s anime, but It Takes Two-ified. So I'm excited to see how that plays out. I think I'm a hype factor of like 8 on that. And just to just briefly mention, Stellar Blade is evidently happening on Switch.
Yeah.
I think the biggest challenge they maybe had was cutting a trailer that didn't show off certain assets to make like a 30-second preview of that game for the Nintendo audience. Straight up. I don't know how they did it. Mm-hmm. As someone who finished it this year, yeah, good lord. Anyway, we'll talk about Stellar 2 later. Rayman Legends Retold. We've hashed that one out. That one's also coming on Switch. Big Walk, which I'm kind of pumped about. We saw it in the Nintendo Direct a while ago. It's like a more placid Peak, which I've actually co-opted with Joe before, with Satachi and Cheese Whiz, I think. Yep. This is the 4 of us. But it seems like more of a peaceful version of Peak, but there's like still some antics happening. So I'm pretty pumped about that. And now the portion that perhaps the vast majority of you are waiting for, Pokopia DLC, paid and free. It's coming. It's happening. Aren't we all excited? I'm just kidding. It's Fortune's Weave. Fortune's Weave is next on the direct docket. Who wants to take this one? Because I have some thoughts, but I'm gonna save them for the end.
Okay, I'll go. Sure. So I've been hyped about this all day. I've like done 2 streams about it already. I've been talking about it nonstop. This game looks so cool. Like it looks so great. I love like the Fodlan game, like Three Houses. Obviously, like the lore, the world building, everything. Obviously, this is gonna be on a different continent. It's on like a southern continent, kind of southwest a little bit of Dagda. But this game just like looks like it has everything in it. Right? We got a lot of returning stuff from Three Houses. The hub and all that stuff. We did get the reclass system. I'm not too happy about, but that's fine. But we also got like a world map, like an actual world map. Kind of feels like almost Sacred Stones or Awakening-esque or Echoes, right? Where it has like a whole bunch of little points of interest you can go to, but also dungeons. We have got confirmation there are dungeons in this game. I loved dungeons and Echoes. I was super hyped for that, so I'm really interested to see how well those turn out. But the way it seems to be working is you get a certain amount of period of time between each chapter, kind of like Three Houses. But with this one, you get a whole map to explore instead of just the monastery, right? So that looks amazing. We have 46 characters revealed already, which is kind of crazy considering it's only the second trailer. We got 46 characters revealed, which I'm excited about. We got possibly Avatar characters back. I'm not so excited about that. They do look cool, though. Possibly Evil Rhea. That's also something we can talk about.
Mm-hmm. Praise. Amen.
But there's so much like this. This is like probably just, as Fire Emblem YouTubers for to an extent. There's just so much to talk about, and I'm really, really, really excited for this game. It looks really good too. I feel like the polish looks way better than the first trailer. I don't know if I'm just like hallucinating, but to me it looks so much better. And so I'm just ultra hyped. And the big thing is it's coming out in 3 months, which is kind of scary because 3 months is not a long time to advertise a game.
I think overall, I did just for background. I looked at the barrels extensively in the background. I checked. We have no orange crates. Everything looks legitimately textured. Things are good. Joe, comments.
3 months is also not a long time for me to buy a Switch 2, is all I'm saying. And the only reason I'm saying that is because I don't have a lot to say about this game. I haven't really been following it that closely because I was convinced I wasn't going to get a Switch 2 for like another entire year. I'm not going to lie. But games that's coming up that we're going to talk about in a few minutes, I'm going to... KCB knows.
Yep.
I'm going to have to get a freaking Switch 2 this year.
Yeah.
Yep.
For this and for Xenoblade and all this stuff. This direct was crazy.
In regards to the Switch purchasing, just a quick PSA: prices are going up. So if you're not aware of that, but I will say,
September.
Yeah,
September.
Yeah, September. It goes up. So we need to buy it. I'm buying mine tomorrow, I think, literally, and then I'm just gonna have it in a box.
They have done a decent job of, at least at the Nintendo store, you can buy a Switch and then bundle it with a digital game of your choice. So I don't know if they'll do something like that for Fortune's Weave. But that said, you're not going to save the $50 by doing it because it'll be more expensive. So
right.
Anyway,
exactly.
Chronicles, give us your thoughts.
I might be the only one, the negative Andy on Fortune's Weave here.
He hates Fire Emblem. I knew it.
I do.
Wow.
Look, in my humble opinion, Fire Emblem hasn't been Fire Emblem since Tellius. Come at me.
Whoa.
Come at me.
Whoa.
I do not like the newer Fire Emblem games. I don't like how they look. I don't like how they play. I just think they kind of suck. And old Fire Emblem is goated. All right, come at me.
Please don't unsubscribe in mass.
But yeah,
I'll get it and I'll play it. But look, I enjoyed Engage. I liked the gameplay, but the story was horrendously dog awful garbage shit. Like,
we get the crit cam from Engage back though. That's coming back.
And I hated Fates. Awakening, I just
Based.
kind of got through. I didn't really pay attention to Awakening. I just kind of played it.
Wow.
I think I Shadows of Valentia I like. I did enjoy Shadows of Valentia. But like that's the only game I've enjoyed since Tellius, and then all these new Fire Emblems are just kind of.
What about Three Houses? You like Three Houses?
It's at this point in my life, Three Houses is overrated, dude. I'm done with Three Houses.
Wow.
Like, shut up about three. You know in The Office how they're interviewing Andy for the manager position, and they ask him about the sun, and he starts going off about facts about the sun, and then the guy's like, "Shut up about the sun." I'm like, dude, shut up about Three Houses.
So
is it the games that you don't like, or is it the character designs? Because I'm feeling like it's more the character designs.
I think the characters look too cartoony.
Absolutely.
In this one?
That's 100% valid.
They look a little cartoony. Yeah, even in this one.
I love the character designs in this one.
Too anime.
In Engage, I agree. Engage looks terrible. It looks like they try to rip off Genshin Impact's art style.
Engage crossed the line.
Engage design. Literally the only character's design I liked in Engage was Diamond. Everything else was really weird.
Exactly.
Can we at least be happy about live 2D models in the text box now?
True.
Yeah.
We can be happy about that. I'm happy about that.
Anyways, all the negative things I have to say about new Fire Emblem, or like New Age Fire Emblem, I'm gonna get it and I will play it, but I don't. Like,
and he's gonna hate it the whole time.
This is the reason why I'm not really engaging with any of you about it, because I just don't see myself liking it like I like the older games.
That's fair.
So, I think like Three Houses just does such a great job at like world building and lore building, and then it just kind of failed at the end because it wasn't complete. So I'm just like, please let this game be complete, right? If it's complete and the routes aren't like carbon copies of each other for the first half, and you get Echo's map exploration, like I don't know, like that's so many things I want.
Well, so I put out a video on this earlier today because I kind of like looked at the trailer and talked about some stuff. And when it was live, I did some Googling. I was surprised to find out that we didn't actually hear that much about Dagda in Three Houses. Like we got a lot of Bridget lore because that was like the foothold and that was the Petra story and all of that.
Right.
But beyond that, the actual like invasion of Dagda from a dress, we didn't actually hear a lot about or like get a lot of context to that, which I thought was interesting because I don't know if it was like this weird Mandala effect or something, but I thought we had all that lore already.
Nope.
But we don't, which is kind of cool. And I'll also point out this time around, they said, hey, there's 4 main characters. You got 4 people. There's 4 routes. Instead of the traditional, like, hey, there's 3. Choose your house. And then also, by the way, there's a secret 4th option that you have to find. So they're being like very transparent and upfront about like what the game is kind of presenting itself as, which I think is a good thing. But there are some hidden things like the time travel and all this stuff that may be taking place.
Right. So for anyone who doesn't know, the collector's edition has a little excerpt about the story, and it does say that the story is about time travel.
I've been saying.
Pretty nervous. I'm pretty nervous about that. But Sotus is the god of time, right? So like, there is that. There is the joke that the new main character is time traveling bios. Like actually,
yes,
bro. Funny.
Okay, I
hope that's not true.
Like, I don't know why people thought it was a true prequel before. Like, what I think is probably happening.
I thought it was.
Is we're present day. We're like after Three Houses, but we're sent back to fix something that happened in present time to like change the events to make the future better. And that's the time travel. Now. Right.
We know the time period.
But like it was always confusing me because Sothis is older.
That doesn't matter, right? Okay, I don't know why people.
But they don't age Benjamin Button style. These dragons is what I'm saying.
That's not okay. So the lore of Three Houses though is like you had adult Sothis. She gets killed and massacred, right? It has to revert to her small form. Like that's the lore.
So she ages backwards?
No, she ages forward. She goes from young Sothis back to adult Sothis.
That's what I'm saying.
That makes sense.
She wasn't gonna look younger in Three Houses and then be younger in Fortune's Weave, looking older. Is what I'm saying.
I don't understand what you're saying. I'm so confused. Okay,
she looks older in Fortune's Weave, yes, compared to Three Houses, right?
Correct.
So she's not going to age backwards in appearance.
Okay, so the idea was right that if it's a prequel, this is before Sothis died, so this would be adult Sothis before she's reborn as a child.
But there's a statue with her beheaded in the first trailer.
That was one of the things people were pointing towards, like where it could not be a prequel, essentially.
Yeah,
right? That was one of the big things, but it wasn't like a guarantee or anything.
Yeah,
but we know now for sure because we saw the calendar that this is 250 years in the future if it's the same calendar.
Some of us knew it was always in the future. I'm just saying.
Okay, either way, the point is it's 250 years in the future, so it's gonna be interesting to see like how much they confirm of like what was canon in Three Houses, if they want to go down that route, which is kind of scary. If Byleth is still alive, that could be a thing. If Rhea is still alive, that could be a thing. Because supposedly the antagonist in the trailer in JP has the same voice as Rhea, is what I'm hearing. So that could be evil Rhea with a baby, which is, if you know anything about Rhea and her trying to rebirth her mom.
Yeah.
That could be that.
Jeremy Lee once described the character to me as Rhea sometimes sits in LA traffic and gets a little crazy, is what was depicted. So we may be in maddening mode, no pun intended, in regards to Rhea. Yeah, I think if that part in the trailer where you see Rhea with the child, sorry, not Rhea, definitely not Rhea, but maybe could be. Some sort of like weird evil Saros thing happening. Because it's almost the same dress too, for what it's worth. Anyway, tangent. I think that's like a mid-game pivotal scene where then we get sent back in time to fix events that happened before that, so that doesn't happen in the future. I think that's the time travel.
If they did that though, wouldn't we have to go back to Fodlan, right?
I don't know. Probably.
So that sounds like a lot of work because in my stream, what I did is I took the player map, like the map they show in game with all the stuff on it, and I overlapped it on the actual map, and it's tiny. So if they actually have that whole map developed and you can explore everything like it's freaking Judge Rule, that's gonna be like 100+ hour game. Easy.
Well, it's funny you should say that. Are you excited to have 4 years of DLC?
Yes.
Because that's what I think is probably going to happen. They're going to have like mad expansions on like maps and like the world overall. Because it's big. Like the world of Fodlan is huge.
Yes.
If it lets it be a complete product this time, they can do whatever they
want. Exactly. That's what I'm nervous about. It has been 7 years in development, right?
Yeah.
So that is longer than Three Houses was, which makes me have a little bit more hope that they know what they're doing this time, right? And they're also using some of the same probably assets and stuff, so it saves them some like work. So I'm hoping that it is complete first and foremost. Secondly, each of the routes are different, or somehow they lied to us and it's just one route like Radiant Dawn where you just get to play different parts from different perspectives. I'd be so down for that.
I would welcome that. I've seen a lot of mutuals talking about the 4 routes thing. I think the majority of people don't want 4 split routes again with all of the constant replay and stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm hopeful that it's Radiant Dawn-esque, because that it gives you roughly the same amount of playtime, but not the tedious backtracking and replayment stuff. But you still get the full picture. I just think it's a better way of doing it, honestly.
Agreed. Definitely.
Anyway, does anybody else have any thoughts? I think the majority of us were all a net positive on this.
The only other thing I have to say is I know that it's on a completely different system and it's way too far in the future, but I wish games would go back to like that Xbox 360 era where there were so many games where your save data in one game would transfer over and affect a game in another way.
Yes.
And this game would have been so cool for that.
Yeah.
But it's not going to happen.
Well, they did that. They did that with the Tellius games,
I
think, right?
They did do it. Yeah, the Tellius games, you can carry over save data from Path of Radiance on GameCube to Wii.
Yeah. And you got like special items, I think.
Bro, imagine. I was making fun of Satoshi. I'm like, the game's gonna start off with like King Dimitri killed evil Edelgard, and that's gonna be like the beginning of the game. It's gonna be so peak.
Yeah, I'm interested if it is in fact a sequel. It's gonna be like what are they canonizing by the beginning of the game?
Everybody will be mad no matter what they do.
Not me. My route's gonna win, so I'm gonna be happy.
Oh God. The last thing I wanted to bring up about Fortune's Weave, the price. It's interesting. I think the digital is $70.
Yeah.
I think physical is $80, and I think the collector's edition is just $40 more USD at $120.
Yeah.
So not different from a collector's edition years past, but the gap between the base game and the collector's edition are now not so big, which is curious because it used to be like double the price for the collector's edition almost. And now it's just a little bit more. So, yay!
The collector's edition in Canada is over $200.
Yeah, you guys got.
Oh my God!
You got eaten alive.
GG.
I'm like, bro, like 200, like let's say $220, and all I'm gonna get is an art book and like some cards no one gives about, and a steel bookcase. I'm good, dude. I'll just get the base game.
It made me think that CAD is not real money for the first time in my life. I was like, why is it so much more?
Play money.
That's crazy.
Also, like even just the base game, I think in Canada is $89.99. So it's gonna be $110 after taxes, even just for the base game.
Jeez.
Not including Switch 2. So for me to play Fortune's Weave, I'm gonna be paying like $800.
Oh my God.
Or whatever a Switch 2 costs. I don't know. What is it, like 500 plus tax? It'll be probably.
It's gonna go up. I'm about to buy mine literally tomorrow. So
I'm gonna buy a Switch 2 before September, before it goes up in price. So probably a Switch 2 plus a copy of Fortune's Weave will be like over $600. I'm sure.
They'll make their money back on you when you plus 10 all the characters from Fortune's Weave and Heroes.
Nope.
Trust.
Nope.
Which, by the way, listeners, if you're trying to get a copy and you're getting absolutely boned online, shout out Best Buy, not sponsored, obviously, but they have a account verification process and a queue for all high rate purchases right now, and it's really easy to get one on their website. So, shout out. I just want to briefly mention Donkey Kong Challenge that's happening. I'm just glad that I have more Donkey Kong content because now I have something to stream, and that makes me happy. It's actually phase 1 is happening right now. It started tonight. Lies of P Complete Edition is coming to Switch 2. That's the Souls Nokio game. Joe, you got some thoughts around this one?
Yeah, it's up there for top spot Souls-like. That's not FromSoft, that and Kazan, fantastic games.
Oh yeah.
And I'm happy that it's coming to. Was the base game even on Switch? I don't even remember. But
I don't think so.
Regardless,
no, I don't think it was.
More people get to play the game. It's great.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm excited for it. I haven't played it, but that's mainly just because I haven't been able to find it for PlayStation, and I don't like buying digital. So.
Oh, that's because there's no physical copy of the game for PlayStation. It doesn't exist. It was digital only.
Is it really?
Really?
Yeah. I thought I saw a physical copy, but it wasn't in print anymore.
Is that true? Well, I know when the game launched, it was digital only. I don't know if they made any physical copies.
Maybe they did like a limited run deal with it.
Maybe.
I don't know. Either way, I still don't know if I'll own it physically because it's probably a Switch key card, so it is what it is. But I'm excited for it. I'm excited for Pinocchio Souls.
We forgot Hype Factor for
oh yeah, I just assumed we were all up there in like at least an 8 for Fortune's Weave. You talking about? Yeah. I'll give it a 9.
I'm at a 10 right now.
He's 10.
Right in the high.
I'll give it a 9.
I'm pessimistic. Look, man,
he hates it.
Say what you want. Say what you want. I'm going to spend $650 so I can play the damn game, but I'm not excited about it. So take that for what you will.
He's gonna buy it and be unhappy the whole time, Nintendo. I hope you're happy about it.
There's some other Switch games coming out that are really good. So
I might get it, and it might be like my favorite Fire Emblem. Who knows? But right now,
maybe.
It won't be. Let's be honest, it's not gonna be.
Whoa.
Oh, wait! You can use it to play Tellius games, though. Like
true.
That's actually true.
True.
We could play Radiant Dawn again for the 20th time.
True.
There you go. Even though I'm sure you have it physical.
Right, cool.
I
do still have my physical copies of the game, so it doesn't really matter.
I'm not trying to bring out my Wii.
Muramasa Resonant Blades. Chronicles, you had this one tagged.
Yes, I do.
You're happy about this, I hope.
Do any of you guys know about this game?
No.
Hell no.
I saw the trailer. Does that count?
I guess so. Dude, this was one of those games where it was like a high school game for me. I played it in my bedroom, ignoring my homework on my Wii. This was like a Wii game for me. It was one of my favorite games that I had on the Wii. I still have my physical copy of the original game. It's just mindless fun, man. It's been so long, I forget the exact premise of the game. But if you can select to play as the girl or the guy, the girl's name is Momohime, and the girl herself is not a swordsman or swordswoman, whatever you want to call it, like a heroine. She's just like a princess who gets a demon, an undead demon sword master like takes over her body, and she can control swords, even though she's never touched a sword before in her life. But because this demon takes a hold of her mind, they like phase in and out. So like when the demon's in control, she knows how to fight essentially. And the guy's name is Kisuke, and I think his mission is to like find Momohime because she goes like missing or whatever. But anyways, you can play as either one of them, and they both start on. Momohime's story would start on like the right-hand side of the map, and Kisuke's story would be on the left-hand side of the map. And the end of the game, you meet in the middle, right? Ooh. And like the way you power progress in the game is as you level up and you get like some currency. I think it actually is just souls in that game, but you don't lose them when you die. You use your currency to unlock stronger swords and like a skill tree, but the skill tree is just weapons. And each new sword you unlock in this skill tree is a stronger sword that just has a skill tied to it. I don't know. It's fun. I'm looking forward to it. And
is this a remake or a sequel?
This is a remake. It's just a remake of the old game, but it has 4 additional playable characters, which I'm really excited for because there's this one really cool guy. I didn't catch his name, but he's like a ninja that has like a sickle. So, like, I'm really curious to see what his, like, weaponry is going to look like.
I'm going to be so honest. I know nothing about this game. I will never play it. But your enthusiasm for this in comparison to Fortune's Weave is so starkly different. I'm so happy for you. I'm just happy for you that you're happy, man. I love that.
Man. I'm JJ.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm not excited for Fortune's Weave.
You're good.
It's okay. It's okay.
I want to be, if that helps. I want to be excited.
I feel that. I genuinely do. But it like that first game where you have to console jump, especially, is such a pain. It's such a pain-ridden experience.
Yeah.
So I get it. But I'm excited for you to play this. Is this also on Switch 2?
I think it's going to be on PlayStation as well, but
okay.
I think it's one of those games where it's better just to have on a handheld because I can like play it in bed. You know what I mean? Like I don't have to be downstairs in my basement on my TV.
It kind of gave like a retro vibe to me of something that you feel like would be handheld. So yeah, I get that.
Or I could just take it to work on night shift.
Or that.
So, but you know what? I mean, we're going to talk about it later, but there is going to be one massive game coming to Switch 2 that I would also buy a Switch 2 for probably anyways. So.
See, you have so many reasons. There's at least 2 so far.
At least 2 so far, yeah.
Yeah. I'll give you 3 big reasons why you should buy a Switch 2 right here and now. Xenoblade Chronicles 1, Xenoblade Chronicles 2, Xenoblade Chronicles 3. And bonus, 4th reason, Xenoblade Genesis, which again.
You know what? I will say this. I am not interested in the slightest in 1, 2, and 3, but Genesis looks cool.
It does.
Dude, wait. You know what it looks a lot like, Chronicles?
Genesis?
Yeah. Do you know the setting and the characters and the outfit? You know what it looks like? It looks like Fire Emblem 3 Houses, Chronicles.
All right, just okay.
Dang, wow.
I don't think so. I disagree.
Bro, one of the characters is dead ass wearing Byleth's jacket. Okay? Don't come at me with this.
I didn't clock that. So I'm going to have to watch the trailer again because I wasn't thinking of Fire Emblem when I was watching it.
Bro, I'm pretty sure Ray is in the trailer too, deadass. Like, I don't know what... I don't know what happened with this
You know what
series,
it made me think of, actually? And I might just be, like, crazy gotcha pilled right now, but the main character in Genesis, or at least the girl that they showed fighting, it made me think of Saber from the HSR. Fate Light
From Fate?
collab. Yeah.
I don't think I see it, but...
yeah, I was going to try and side with you, but I don't think I can to make you feel
I
better.
got you, Chronicles. It looks exactly like whatever you just said.
I think the only reason it made me think of Saber is because there's one attack she does, her sword just turns into like an energy, like yellow energy or whatever, and that's just Saber's ult.
It explodes.
Yeah.
Okay.
As the Xenoblade people, because I'm not one, and I don't think Chronicles isn't one. So are both you, Joe? Are you guys Xenoblade people?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So my question is, the 1 through 3. That's 3 separate games, right? I can't, but it's not like a combo pack I can buy.
Well, no.
I don't think so.
No. But
so we're gonna get Genesis, and then we'll maybe go back to the other ones.
They have new content if that's exciting for you.
No, yeah.
There's a new Blade.
The old games don't exist.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I'll do this. I'll play Genesis because I think if I'm right, I don't know. They said this is like a new start, right? Like this is like a fresh.
It is.
Yeah.
Right. So I could play Genesis, and then if I like Genesis, I can go back and play the other 3.
Well,
right?
Maybe.
What does that mean? Tell me. Don't let me walk
That's
the crap.
So, one, yes, you should play all of them because they're great games and they are worth your time. And there's a lot of lore building, and they all intersect in some capacity without spoilers. That said, when 3 came out, I think the creator did confirm that this was like the end of the Chronicles era set.
Okay.
But there was also an end, which I won't spoil or anything, but like there's kind of a pretty important callback to something else that is also in the Xeno series, which I thought is what we were going to get, but I don't think that's what Genesis is.
One of the most insane things I've ever seen, by the way.
Yeah.
The post-credits scene of that game. That's insane.
If you guys know, then you know. But Joe and I can't say anything because we're bound by spoiler laws. But
personally, I don't care about spoilers. I'm going to get to pretend 1, 2, and 3 don't exist. But
I want Oblivion to play these games and like them so badly.
I have Xenoblade 1 on the Wii.
Okay.
I've never played it. It's not opened. But
that's probably worth some money, not going to lie to you.
It is.
Maybe.
If it's still sealed, that might be crazy cash, brother.
You said it's sealed? That game is low-key like Path of Radiance. Path of Radiance is the rare one, right? That they didn't make a lot of copies of.
I sell it by Switch too?
Probably, yes. Yeah, you could.
I think so. You could get a couple hundred for that easily.
Hey, let's go.
They made very low amounts of that game on the Wii.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it is sealed. I have to check. But I never played it. So, I don't know. Because like that's a big time commitment. So I'd rather play Genesis if I can, but if I feel like I'm going to be missing out on stuff, then I'll end up just not playing any of them because I know myself. I'll be like, man, I should play those, and I just won't.
Joe, you can chime in here. I don't think you're going to miss anything by playing Genesis because I think the Chronicles trilogy is like its own kind of universe for the most part. Although the term Genesis is kind of a loaded term, being honest.
True. Yeah. That does sound pretty like maybe
I'm not a big enough lore head to know the ins and outs of that or to like pick apart the trailer and see if there were a bunch of callbacks or anything. I'm just taking it at face value that it's all new.
Okay.
But I'm really looking forward to it. Well, I am, but I think the character designs in Genesis are like a bit too anime. I'm not going to lie.
I love them. That's what I saw that. And that's what made me like the game. I was like, oh.
I think they're goofy, but like Xenoblade 1 and 2 are like really cool steampunk kind of designs. And then 3 is kind of white toast, but they're still fine.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
My problem is like whenever I see Xenoblade Chronicles designs, it looks like either like I think 1 looks pretty cool. That's why I got it. And then 2 looks like just Gooner bait. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, you're talking about the blades in that game, and that's
right.
That's despicable.
And
anyway,
the dude, I don't know what his name is. The main, what's the main character's name? Rex. Or
Rex.
something?
Rex and
Yeah.
two.
Yeah, he looks kind of weird. So I don't know. For me, that's kind of why I was like, But then I saw 3, and I think Rex got a beard or something. I don't know.
Oh, he got a bit of a glow up.
Right.
Allegedly.
Right. But for me,
Yeah,
like, I
harem.
think Genesis characters look really cool. Like, they look, I don't know.
Oh,
like,
God. He's going to hate the ending of 3, isn't he?
Oh, maybe, I don't know. They shave Rex's beard?
No.
Yeah, okay.
Not really.
Oh, I'm scared. Okay, I don't know. I might play it. I'm not going to commit to anything, but do we know when Genesis is coming out? They didn't say, right? Like, it's like next year?
It's still in development, yeah.
Okay, that's good, though, because that way it doesn't conflict with anything else.
And this would be a Switch 2 exclusive, the Genesis game?
Almost assuredly, yeah.
100%, yeah.
All right, there's my
Monolith
theory.
Soft are kind of wizards where they make anything run well.
Yeah.
But I don't think this game would run on Switch 1.
Yeah.
But
I just meant like it's
KCB.
not going to be on PlayStation or anything.
Oh yeah, it's Xenoblade's Anyway, Xenoblade is Nintendo stuff. The other Xeno stuff was on like PS1 or something, right?
Yeah.
Xenogears. Yes.
Yeah.
Xenosaga.
Anyway,
Yep.
KCB.
Yeah.
Last time we talked on this show,
Yeah.
I said my Hail Mary was Xenoblade, like a new Xenoblade.
Yep.
Somehow we got modern ports for
All
1,
of
2,
them.
and 3 and a new game.
Yep.
I'm going to bust.
Yep.
I have to get a Switch 2 now. I have to.
Yep.
Clap minus $500.
Yep.
Nintendo knew what they were doing. Like this, they really knew what they were doing. Like, they're gonna get everybody. Like,
Yeah.
we're gonna get Xenoblade. We're gonna get the Kingdom Hearts people. We're gonna get the Zelda people. We're gonna get the Fire Emblem people. Like they're getting everybody.
Well, this is the crazy thing, and you guys as non-Xeno heads may not be aware, but like Joe and I are aware that there was big speculation as to whether or not 2 was going to get a remaster. But then they just dropped Switch 2 editions with new content for all 3. Because they were like, fuck it, we ball. And also, here's Genesis, which is a new game. So it's like, dude, Xenoblade fans are like, they're busting straight up. That's what's happening right now.
This is crazy.
It was a wild reveal. This is a 10 on everything for me.
I agree.
Easily.
For me, it's probably like an 8, just because I haven't gotten into it. But yeah, I'm like probably around there.
You will.
Yeah.
Just sell your old version, buy all the new stuff.
I mean, I guess so. It's just chilling there.
And enjoy it all for free, kind of. Okay. Next up was Switch Sports Resort, which the only comment I have there is I thought this game already existed, but evidently they added the word resort to it, and now it's a new game entirely. So that's cool. Star Fox, we got to see more of that. I don't know if there's much to talk about with Star Fox anymore. It's coming. It had 2 spots on the treehouse. If you saw the first and then the very last segment, there were 4. 2 of them were Star Fox, so they're really trying to sell this game to you. And then another rare pickup here in the direct, a title that all 4 of us seem to have feelings on, is the new HD 2D Final Fantasy. First HD 2D Final Fantasy.
Yeah,
it looks so cool, man.
The Resonance game.
So, you guys know what this is?
No, I had no idea.
So this is Final Fantasy Brave Exvius, which is a gacha game. They took that, they removed all the gacha microtransactions, and they remade it into a new game with Octopath Traveler graphics. Because I guess that game's story is really good and everybody loved it. And the game died, so you just can't play it anymore. So they're like, we're gonna remake everything, I guess, for Switch 2.
Interesting.
So W question mark?
I'm excited for it because I never got to play those, and I also don't want to play another gacha game. So
right. I mean, I didn't know
played Brave Exvius 10 years ago. It was one of my first gacha games, but I only played it a little bit, and it was good. I just didn't want to put money into a game.
I
had no idea that's what this was. It looked like friggin' Final Fantasy Engage. I'm not gonna lie. I knew nothing about it.
Yeah,
but
yeah. Honestly,
that's cool.
I almost bought the PS4 Exvius on PS4 at my trade-in spot because they had a copy of it. But I was like, oh, it's an online game. I don't want that. I found physical. It's not even supported anymore. That's crazy. So that's what Resonance is?
Supposedly, yeah. Yeah, all the gacha elements have been removed, and you're just gonna get to play the
Oh,
game.
is it like Octopath Traveler 0 then?
I think so. I think Z. That's what Z told me. Yeah.
Okay.
Which I'm down for. They should do that with Genshin. Just remove all the gacha elements and we play the game. I'm just saying.
Well, they have a game for that. It's called I can't remember the name of it, but it got hacked a lot.
Oh, okay.
We covered it before. I don't remember the name of it. Neverness to Everness, is that what they call it? Anyway,
I don't know.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, no. No.
Forget. Those are all different. Yeah, but
how many are there? Really?
A lot. There's a
lot. No, Final Fantasy Resonance looks really cool.
So cool.
If you put HD 2D on anything, I'm gonna play it probably.
Yeah, same.
Especially because it's Final Fantasy. Like,
yeah, I've been kind of getting into HD 2D games lately, and they kind of they have that nostalgic factor while still being new games. Like, they're really cool.
Oh my god, this makes me so much happier for the indie pickup that I'm gonna tell you guys about later. Yes. Okay, sorry. Anybody else have thoughts on Final Fantasy Resonance other than I'm just excited about it?
I think Joe's analogy was way better than the way I thought of it. When I looked at it, I was like, dude, this is just Final Fantasy with like classic characters as a stand. That's really, I'm down. Yeah. I'm into this. But like, engage Final Fantasy. That's a better way to look at it.
Dude, the cloud summon makes so much more sense in my head now.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't really sure whether I was like, oh, it's a Final Fantasy game to sell you other Final Fantasy games. That makes sense.
But I guess in the gacha game, that was what you gacha for.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like the stands or emblems,
the cloud
I guess.
Yeah.
That's what you spent money for. That makes a lot of sense.
I give this a solid. I'm gonna go 8.5.
Yeah, I'm about the same.
Yeah, around 8. Yeah, true. Same.
Joe, you want to talk about Dragon Quest Withered World, the Monsters Withered World?
Yeah, it's funny that this is the next game because Chronicles was just talking about HD 2D games. Most of those are Dragon Quest as of late.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole Monsters series, I don't remember when the last game was. It was definitely a handful of years ago. But the Monsters series for Dragon Quest is just like Pokemon, but I think the original one like predates Pokemon. It might be one of the first monster catching games ever on like original Game Boy or some shit. It's really old. And Dragon Quest characters are just really charming. The world is extremely charming.
So good.
So I'm really happy that this series is still being made, the Monsters little side games.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm excited for it.
I haven't played a Monster Dragon Quest game in like 2 decades probably. It's been a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've recently started playing the HD 2D remakes of Dragon Quest 1 and 2.
Yes.
And I just finished the first one a couple days ago and I had a lot of fun with it. And I just started the second one when I finished the first one a couple days ago. I'm still continuing the second game, and I want to buy the third one once I'm done that. But they feel like they're getting progressively longer as I get through them, so I don't know if I'm gonna have time by the time, between work and September games. I guess we'll see. But I am definitely gonna get through them all.
Well, speaking of games that you're gonna run through, do you want to take us into Duskbloods next? Because that's next up on the list.
I feel like this would be more of a Joe thing to talk about.
There's not much to talk about. Can I just say, Duskblood's more like Blue Balls. Okay, there was nothing to that trailer.
That's true.
True.
I wanted something more than like, hey, there's a beta test. Like, bro, come on, man. Anyway, sorry. Okay.
You got a trailer for a trailer? That was sick.
I think for me, I wasn't interested in Duskbloods. I think I was just being a snob because I was like, oh, it's on the Switch, whatever. But I think like if it comes out and there's like a dedicated single player version of the game, I might get it and check it out because it has a lot of like Bloodborne imagery, and Bloodborne is one of my favorite games of all time. So I'll check it out just out of respect for Bloodborne. But if the rumors are true and it's like mostly a multiplayer game, I'm kind of checked out.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm surprised you weren't excited for it because your profile picture on Discord is literally Lady Maria, right?
Mm-hmm.
But Yeah, I just wanted something from this though, other than them saying, "Hey, you might be able to play it this year?" In some capacity. But this is one of the games where I was like, okay, I'm not going to get a Switch 2 until this game comes out because, I'm a FromSoft simp, and it's really cool. Bloodborne, my favorite one that they've made, and this hits the boxes on that aesthetically. But yeah, I just want to know something about this game. That'd be cool. I'm excited for it though.
I'm still sitting at an 8, despite the tease, the giant tease that this spot wasn't even a trailer. The spot was in the direct.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm probably sitting at around a 5 only because I'm interested in the Bloodborne-esque imagery. So like, I'm interested, but I'm not willing to like play it yet. Like, I need to see more.
Yeah, I'm at like a 9 just because FromSoft, like 99% of the time delivers quality no matter what they do. So
that's true.
Yeah,
that's fair. That is true.
I have faith. Out of 10.
I should
have faith.
Yeah, it's funny you say that you have faith because the next game that we're going to talk about, I don't have a lot of faith in, specifically for the Switch 2 version of it. And the other thing, yes, but Oblivion, would you like to roll us into Final Fantasy XIV Online that you can now play on Switch 2 at some point?
I think that's cool. Like, honestly, like, I never really expected this to happen. And the fact that we can play Final Fantasy XIV, like, online on a portable console is kind of crazy. Like I know the Steam Deck kind of did it already, but, like, still. And the fact, like, the thing you have to remember is that Final Fantasy XIV Online was originally on the PS3. So, like, the fact that the PS3 could run it for as long as it did, I think it's going to run fine on the Switch. I think it'll be completely fine. I think it's cool. I'm not going to play it because, like, I'm a PC gamer and I'm addicted to PC. But I think for the people who either want to play on the go, or the people who just haven't got a chance to play it yet, this is amazing, especially because, like, Final Fantasy XIV has a demo you can play all the way through Shadowbringers for free, which is like, how many expansions is that? 4? Like, it's like 500 hours of free gameplay, essentially. So, personally, if you've been looking for a reason to play it, like, I think you should try it out.
I am full agreement. I think Final Fantasy XIV, especially the new update that's coming, I think in January.
Yeah.
I'm pumped for that. I love a nice world. Y'all know me. However, this shit is dead on arrival on the Switch too, because Nintendo's charging you a separate subscription fee outside of Nintendo Online to play it.
No way.
Yeah.
Wait.
What?
Oh, wait. That's So
Nintendo Switch Online for the online, and then you have another subscription fee to play 14 specifically.
So, for example, if you were to get FF14 on PlayStation and you have PlayStation Plus, you are good to go.
You don't even need PlayStation Plus.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I have it.
Oh, okay.
That's how I played it for a while.
Yeah, that's kind of dumb then. Yeah.
In fairness, they did have like an exclusivity thing to with Sony, so that you didn't have to have like a secondary subscription to do PlayStation. But yeah, you didn't need an online subscription to play. At least when I played it, you didn't need it. I don't know what the Nintendo of it all is going to do for Sony now, in them asking you to have something like that. But
suck.
As far as I know, you don't need it. So
just like if I guess it does, but like if you already have it, I guess it's not the biggest deal.
Yeah,
it's $20 a year, I think.
Right? It does give accessibility, which I think is a good thing. I just don't know if anybody's gonna want to, you know what I mean? Like, would they specifically pick it up for the Switch 2 if they were picking it up, or would they get it? You know what I mean?
I think there will be two people. There will be people who've never played it before and will just play it because, like, they already have Switch Online and it's free, right? Like, you don't have to buy the game. So that's like, okay, that's a W. And then there will be people who already play 14 and are addicted and just have a Switch 2 and they'll be like, hey, I'll just, I'll play on my Switch 2.
That's fair.
So I think that, you know what I mean? Like, I do think that hurts the amount of people who will try it, though, right? Because, like, maybe they just don't have NSO Online already. And they don't want to pay for it.
Yeah.
So that does kind of suck.
Anytime I see additional subscription services, I'm like, that's a barrier to entry. and I feel like it just makes it harder for people who are like vaguely curious to do something with it. But I don't know. I'm pumped for the expansion. The Switch 2 version doesn't really mean a whole lot to me specifically, but that is what it is. Speaking of things online that are new, the Kingdom Hearts collection, the 1 through 3 Redux for like the 8th time now, I want to say. Comments on this from me is that they are now retiring the cloud service games, which is what preceded these. And even though you may have bought them either foolishly or intentionally, you will not be able to play them, and you have to pay to upgrade to whatever this collection looks like now.
Oh wait, really?
Yeah, they're taking them off the shop.
Dumb.
So
that's so dumb. How much was that?
They don't even give it to you for free?
No, it is.
That's
nope.
Wait, how much was it?
The whole collection, I think at one point was maybe like 60 to 80.
It's just gone now.
It's gone because it's cloud service. They're taking it out of the shop, so it's just inaccessible.
That's
which
nuts.
like
wow.
In fairness, if you're gonna do that, like give them a free upgrade. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
like don't charge them twice for the same stuff they bought.
That's nuts.
Yeah, that's happening. And they also used AI art to promote it, so that's cool. a lot of Kingdom Hearts L's all in the same sentence. Oblivion, you have this one checked. Do you have additional?
Oh, I was just I mean, like I didn't know all that stuff, so that kind of kills any interest. I don't really have that much interest anyway because I've played them all before.
I'm so sorry.
But I was a big Kingdom Hearts fan until 3 ruined the game. But that's fun.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to kill your hype.
You're good.
Here's more hype. Kingdom Hearts 4 on a random Tuesday morning direct. Who'd have thought?
Honestly, W for Nintendo, because like the Kingdom Hearts fans are rabid. They are desperate. They will eat anything that shows up. You know what I mean? You could show a picture of Sora and they'd freak the hell out. So like getting an actually full trailer in the Nintendo Direct, no one expected that. Like no one actually expected that. You know what I mean? So
well, is this Square Enix burning the PlayStation bridge like forever? Am I crazy?
I don't think it is. So what I think it is like Sony kind of screwed over Square Enix quite a bit with a lot of their games. Like the reason why 16 and 7 and Rebirth, they didn't undersell, but they didn't do like crazy good, right? Was because of Sony. Sony just like, hey, you can't release these games for a year or year plus, essentially on anything else. And so now that they broke that contract and they're doing it on everything, I feel like Square Enix has realized how good multi-platform is. And they also probably, because they are a Japanese company, like if you have a brain, you look at the console sales and Switch 2 is murdering any other console in Japan by like tenfold. Switch 1 is murdering PlayStation and Xbox almost like 2 or 3 times. So like, if you're looking at the Japanese player base, Switch 2 is where it's at,
Joe, do you want to keep the hype train going? I see you also have this one checked.
I don't really care about Kingdom Hearts that much. I only played one of them, but a lot of people I know are rabid Turbo fans, and
exactly.
I figured you guys wanted to talk about it as well. But I do think, as a highlight, it simultaneously releasing on everything is crazy.
Yeah.
Yes.
For a game like this specifically, so that's really cool.
Yeah, it's smart. Like this is Square's new approach, and it's a better approach. Because like
yeah,
both Final Fantasy 7 and Rebirth sold extremely well on Switch 2, like very well. So keep it going.
I'm genuinely shocked it showed up in the Direct, man. Like that.
Me too.
That was crazy. I even made the comment where it faded to black after like the 17th version of the Kingdom Hearts 1 through 3 collection remake. I was like, dude, wouldn't it be crazy if we got Final Fantasy or Kingdom Hearts 4 news now? And then it fades into like what looked a lot like Kingdom Hearts 4, and I was like, is this actually Kingdom Hearts 4 happening right now? Like, and then like the visuals that we were used to with like the Sora trailer that we saw previously, Pop was like, okay, this is definitely for real now. And we got to see like combat and stuff too, which I thought was surprising. I I thought maybe they would just give a glimpse to like show us that it was still alive and it's active. But I didn't expect more footage, which I think speaks to the fandom in general and what our expectations are for like any kind of news. Is just like, hey, we know it's on live support. Can you at least let us know that it's still like breathing on its own, or what's going on here? So very hyped for this. It is obviously I have no context for it, but it's a 10 whenever it happens because it's one of those things like Metro Prime 4. It's supposed to happen. We've talked about it for a very long time. Please let it end. Please. Like
well, this is the new beginning though. That's
I just mean the game. Like
Kingdom Hearts Genesis.
Let the promotional period end. Please. I need like anyway.
This is probably like a 5 for me. Like the last game was just so bad. I don't know.
He's heartbroken.
I'll have to see a lot more. It was bad, man. It was so bad.
I never finished it. I never finished 3.
It's bad.
I will at some point finish it, probably. Joe, do you want to give it a rating, or are you just here for moral support?
I'm here for moral support, but I will say it's cool that the same thing just happened with Xenoblade and this, where they re-release a collection and then also, hey, a 4th game.
True. Wow. It is. It's the Genesis plotline. Okay, so things that have been rumored evidently being real. We end the Nintendo Direct with Ocarina of Time remake, which evidently had some people up in arms about why the Triforce was showing up on Link's hand at a certain point in time, and people got real confused about that. And so naturally, there's controversy everywhere. But it's real, and it's this year.
Yes, it is. Oh my god!
It is?
It's
if
the leaks are correct, it's the Christmas game for Nintendo.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wish it didn't get leaked though.
Me too. Imagine, I would have been so hyped. I would have been like jumping out my chair.
Yeah, me too, man. Because when I was watching the Direct and it came up, I was like, well, I can't be excited because there was a leak. So, I mean, it's real cool.
The other thing is they didn't show a lot, right? I think I would have gotten more hyped if they would have shown more, but it was just literally a teaser. Like there was not.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, and I don't know how people are gonna feel about this, but when I was watching that, I was hitting the seek button. I was like, okay, I get it. I know the story of OOT. I understand. We see Link in the tree.
I did the same thing. I'm not gonna.
And then that's it. Yep. I mean, why would I pay attention?
I didn't watch it live.
It looked cool. It was cool, and the music you can hear Saria's song in the back. It was cool. I don't know about the graphics though. I'm not gonna lie. The graphics are a little bit scary to me. I need to see more because like it looks a little bit uncanny valley. Like you know what I mean?
Graphics do look a little strange, but to be fair, we only saw Link sleeping in a tree. Like. You know.
Yeah, but I've seen that. I've seen that cutscene like 25 times on the N64. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
I assume we are all exceptionally excited.
Oh,
for the most part. Yeah.
This is like one of my favorite games of all time.
Since I'm getting a Switch for Switch 2, I'll put it this way: if I weren't getting a Switch 2 for Fire Emblem, I would get a Switch 2 for Ocarina of Time remake.
Right. Same.
I kind of agree. Yeah.
And you know what's interesting about that? At no point did anyone say, I'm getting an Xbox for this.
I'm not getting an Xbox. That'd be a lie. I'm never buying an Xbox. I don't know what you could put on Xbox to make me buy an Xbox.
Evil Within 3. We're going to make you a horror fan.
No, not in a million years.
So that's the Direct portion, and we made it so specifically we went through all 3 main platform presentations before we hit the Game Fest main stage. Because there's probably not as many of those to cover, because there weren't maybe as many exclusives that didn't get covered in the other presentations. Whoa, jump cut right into the outro. Hey everyone, thank you so much for listening. That's part 1, where we cover the entirety of the PlayStation State of Play, Xbox Showcase, and Nintendo Direct that all happened during Summer Games Fest week. We will be covering some Day of the Dev highlights, and then all of Summer Game Fest main stage stuff in part 2. Part 2 should be live right now if you want to go take a listen to that. Or maybe you found part 2 first and you came here to listen to part 1. I'm not sure. Time's a bit wibbly wobbly. But hey, thank you so much for listening. for Oblivion Knight, Chronicles, Joe Silly, and myself, KCB. Thank you so much for listening, and we hope you continue on over into part 2, or if you already listened to part 2, we hope to see you in the next one.